best straight if there ehen na yenye comforte na ehen so ehu aze oye dey da ho aye kodo ye good citizens not spectators dey hu aza na egwu enyu egudo nda we ehu esa am nkoto bio na bia kwa akoto no so e bi so ehu aze foforo ho nti ya straight if dey wo boye ho mazina se ehu bibi dama won ma abandwumaza dwumaku a wozi de medwuma no wana aso nte na wontum ha na ma no ho because them okay na bi sande yetum yekọ beebiara na kwaranye de me yenyim ze yekọ onye de me yenyim se yenyim aye ntum kada yenko se yenyim paaza fd bebe wo biala etupie biala ehyem no yebọkọ na yentum yenwo beebiara nti yentum wo beebiara yesre etiefu obeye nenwa obeebiara so amehen ehu bibiara yeze yana mabotugwa ansa na yakọ nti bibi dama na eyinya na sote na yetum ho anama onu nti nyina aka ho ma ya abahande.
Why is this day important?
Them a day oye important o Sunday I mean now say sebe asori ntwa fasting ma hena da wan kasa nya fasting na ezizi ye sorry ye ezizi nti o chede eziban hu hia
Mampo ma bo wan chewi abri
eziban no so eziban so na ye nya ahoazen
yes
ye di film enya nutrients aza oboy ma ya honam no oyezem ma yen yare nanze nyinara yenya eziban yeden edifim yenya fi ezibanum na dem nti oyede yetum yezi eziban ho bambo eda na yeze kaka ye ho de oye nyina anya na asaze de yebobo eziban no ho ban ona meke a chode ye kan abozi nyansa pe bi fido science for oye science for amina unya ye scientist we yemfie osande ye eziban a oye heating oka scientific method say education fridge ma ona kan technology na oze fridge haba nti no so oye abozi nyansa pe ni bi say ye twitwa nanze na yekede okay on sha fridge mo the cash refrigerator ma no so kan ho na afis bi obsess o mi heat nkekre bi o chere pasteurization o chere emu nhuru no ye pasteurization nti ni nyina ka science method no ho a wo so ye den ereye nti yerizi day na ye za keke ye ho de ye eziban ye za ze she fridge m yero koyer be ye zisie nanze ni nyinara oye na asaze ye gbo eziban ho ban na ye nso ya aboye ho ban efi yerba ho osanda se ya hwe eziban ye ya oze yerba na oze mehe ye nya ahoaze no so a no so Ghana runtum onye dem ontumpon na asase wiaze mu afana nyina so nya ye ntumpon insina he nyina ya abom is World Food Safety Day this year ya tunde food safety science in action ochede abozi nyansa penyimzi yezi yedwuma.
Okay. Eye Morgan ene da na me ye argument bi wo fie.
Okay.
Na e bezi bibia na ezesi cherugum. So consider this sijado aduni sijado dan ke de esi chere na egum ansa na me say na say ye so kisa ye face sijado. Enti once me read or cheden. So as ami ye consumer mu wo fie no how do I leverage on science for food safety e wo fie?
Okay. Enti there ye bodawe 18 wo fifi ma wo so botu ma yen de sisia ye ma ya bodawe bebre ma ya kan scientific methods bebre ya aja to manade ya hwehwem aza ezeze dwuma over time ya aja to de damazi oboa yen azeye wo fie ibiti de ma ya kada ye nu eziban cooking eba abozi yansa pe no owo ho a ohia de ode ye zin ezima esijad na ye nu mo bin yi ansa na yezi nti our consumer is what you can do is that you take advantage of the proven scientific methods na also is juma a bit de hand washing eba for so no de ode ro yensa nti in the environment there are microbes and more bebre a was ye baba or yen inframum eba no ho fom nyom bebre ayeso so nyina nyom ayemfe oyembo ayemfe wo hu nti ye bode we there say answer na bedizin another be yeziban so wonse bos at least wonse boso baby oye baby a won hu da bi abobi wo hobotum zier baba bi azo wonse ekozizin na aye nti bezizi ahoro nsan ya dan ye bodo ya tum ye kacha nkofo de se anro won sa ona bia izizi na anade abo bia offende today yerba common yerba bi for example today korara yerba ya korara bia izizi anro won sa won tin enya dam yerba mo ye pa cha inde ekozo bi na ejanan nti sa anro won sa wa dam how na botumi aiden enya nti proving scientific methods no one obo also consume man ma also when you apply them also etum enya bambo or eziban yerba won be also maka about yen campaigns aye ye use simple languages na yeze cheche nyom ibi me ye yeze abefo insensan bebre na wa ba and abozin asefem ye kosi over years bebre na ya agbo no ketenkete ya chiche mo ye krum kasa mo bia betase nti onu dam nyamanyame ya ye kan bi tide wonsa fesemi na ye in a simple language a consumer nature or is easy to say market to no bia otase onu so to ma apply wo na da asetenem.
Where should we start this advocacy? Because Miss Small Boy in Wofie recently office school be munu musa masa waka fensa ba mo romensa wan sa no nsuna mo no kra ma no. So where do we start this advocacy?
Nti the uban o shazo baby yenyu kese yara the uban oyaza ma ye share religious group eti da so soma horo nti ono igbe ekonyo to fda tun ye bo yenyu bobo ye be chede masem schools ye ko ho ibi na it obiti market oriti hin ya ye kogum yenyu okoze se inshem biara o bia do bonzo odo ko sande Ghana ze yamambrum o chede bebi anshem obi enji obi a ezban o wezizi wo no mo ho nti dam ye hye na ezizi na no mo no kotin do de etum ye bo dewul o sande bibi atum ye den obotum wesi a ode aha obere yin paduan.
So as a consumer, Mr. Ma trust or yes science in food safety.
Okay, science is it
because in Bebriaba and they through science crampono man ye free or oil right and we are doing away with it. So how do we trust?
Okay, so I kade abozin answer pa I bi no wana adwena na de yakade science abrofo wana aza wazaba ba no cross am nye den yen nananom na hu na ye bekada we scientists imposin bibiara osande ehwen kan na obeka cho de ansa na ebe ezibani fosi jado kakra se ehwen kwan kan no na yakwa akoto gobe hundo osijado aha nti den deze we yes baby yo
ode gwa habanu ma mo
ya nananom po na amda wote abozin answer pa na asimposin nyansisi because afita na pa aye eziban amadu za akọ idwado de rekoton amfa heat source bia anya de enfensi nanso se ezisi jado a okumbua nkakra okumbua no wom mbo yemfa no nwen de yemfa hu nanso epon de so mu hu fa benwen hu nti but mbo ne eze epon wo yefu no aye de wow nto ye de awa eye consumer biara rekọ akoto aza ehwe na ejizi de abozin yansepa wa akade bia won fancy jado na anze no obabua because on si jado ekeze epon na aye de wo yefu no aye oye akwa akoto aza ogum ezuru kofie oye aza wo yi fi fridge nti oye de ono na nke eto na last because ekoto na first ekoto meat first ezbenum idwado dama na aza no so de ntina wo de she fridge abozin yansepen senti ko wo de she fridge ma anye de o she fridge no mu no mbo anketenketa yemfa enyonyo hu abronyi fan microorganism no o chede o she fridge no ma o di activate mo ye active nti o she won to me ye hwe nti awu kafa na de she oba bi na de nam godo epon na titi awa so no wojinjidum ekona sabi anua ne ye ya pene the house aba nti ye make sure ashesna in there food safety process no onye mosi wonyim nkotin oye from farm to fork nti awu so akoto no oye de etum ye de esie ne ye na ekro ne ye ansa na eza akofie nti nyina yes little scientific technological thing na yebotum yaye onye waka abozin yansa pe onye azikasa oye de zo wadwunu ko echirechi ona maka bi
any daily activities
biya area biya osande owo azibia mes mo ide ekran nti nkran ye ya obesa besa yezima no nti da mama ken de koto azi wogoma oide ehwe ne yansa ne ezako we ekwaya so nam de oye aza na ohye fridge mu na nka za hye fridge e biara nya azizia na eza akoche yankeche na yakatene baby ni nyina na mbo no waye de orinyi
nti akoto frozen meat bi wo market eza befi enhye we di banase ma bi wo asem de to na wa go na metu mai o say this fridge and how do you keep it
ibi wo ho a only using them na about so they odoro to wa nko ni nya worinyi nti se eze ya azisi araza e bia no oche de reto nti ono so oyede eze to azim na nankasa oto ono ho but ibi wo ho a enyim de re use ne so za to wada ma ti won benyina ansa na senza ka fridge no nti yesre de mesima ebokro azini nyinara ehu hia nti nyina abo daily day to day bia obo
all right ebusia ha Kastle 90.3 FM yanyi FDA fu na yanyi reason komo onche bia mabu ya homa na atum na wonso abami bi oye World Food Safety Day 2025 also food safety science in action food safety science in action nti enwu hia de dibana yedi nso no yedi debisiwo na yebo hu dewu na yehu kwan yaba fodo a yebo kwa akra na yida yankoyer nti onche bia mabu ya homa na atum aya this conversation me pewo questions more na FDA for Haiti where you are now where you are now more yes nti ahomani 0244 408 046 0244 408 354 ma menje wo questions kakra yewi ya ba activities a what the mark oye the midday ewo oye region ha nti common so regional what activities ahoro wo ye ewa okay
bebre
all right so yeah baba activities no do but ma mumbu ya homanu ntum na won su bre me bi 0244 408 ma ye baba do obi bi ka
na bi said obi akoto enam ogom na
yes
bia frozen fish akoko na the opeda ozikofi
even be towel pa towel
ye can me yake na yesterday proving scientific methods nti azunu po aze to mo wanan kakran ye okwana order fodo eno bebre na ye kwan ye that to chance me asansu ye ze esi na aden ono so onye kra o sande mbo na adam mfo enwun when ye dam environment now so na say ezbana was say na what chedo was senti a proven scientific touring method or there use it being there a pedal to na pedal is it to or does it to azim na to and the running water and it brings you them also running water another it's best microwave na we didn't like we break ice and away another in there wa akukwa na akofan in use ni na kakrib na pe twakaka na pedal using na portion in the in my when I wasting and I'm like a can't that share fridge minty mobile using pen offer no z and eziment bottom say use on
inti mama yankoto ni phone tun sumu phone
dabi
oh, okay good afternoon
good afternoon sir
yado
mo pocho bi se enyim nyamo free aho my aho me aduku di ho he seko bia wotana enrubone ya ebo kwa na yin obata pen ina bobo no eyi kasa botete
okay ejado yente
ebo kwa na yin obata pen na wanya we ka ho se na wotwitwa ina eyi kasa ina eyi da na no so ina eyi da ahmeto bi se na no so I'm about to marry you, my one who really now. That's why I'm a yada.
Okay. Ejadum dasi. 0244 408 046 0244 408 354. Enti waso ebutu ababa mesre o question oreba nka obeya ma nka onfa nkoma erizi ho nka obobo pa mesre Mr. Bebre. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes, man.
Alaji.
Now, salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
What's up this, not paying for what is the money? I'm the only part. Now, my fellow Mr. Drugs, because why you know,
Drugs.
I said drugs, because and I want to work in do or PA system do or various communities, and I ever found a work for the money because it did big in a while. A BB also friend Jackson. So Obaka Wasama, a duty a diabetes say do, it was diabetes. I said Jackson, a man who diabetes say do.
But man, where do you be anything? I'll go to me.
Yo, Marty, yo. It's this information now, why you know. So, you think of food. Say you were to do a diabetes and a pressure and a slope. You will need to know why, able to my aquatanum, no what did I make a do quoting. What did you know what they said to you there? We obey or best slope, or best diabetes, or best day. So, I'm a one in a war for the monitor the Muko for now. Was it such a madam, was it mislead the public? Mankofu to Wadu, Nankofu break. You want to look at some of the
Alaji Maso Medase Bebre. Okay. Mammy Shelley, the Obiambe means you about to me, Yanamamne, Yakin.
Okay, that's the pray. That was the can, ya can. The cat there, FGA cannot be everywhere. Yeshe, tobacco.
Fachaba Mempike Yimbra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Daddy.
Hello, my dear.
And put your yinto.
I want to welcome baby there, sir. Bibia. On you there, Eddie in Suguan, Eder Mobaya, Deno, Monfanders, Flocks or one. Nay, but to me there, a new show. Ebia pen and tam. May ye a coconama, ne bibi of frigim. Nama pen and tam, but 2 million show none so much to ma. On ye, and an empire movement, Madame.
And so, yeah, that's Bebre. All right, 0244408046, 0244408354. Yenya about 3 or 4 callers into okay, Yamfa Encounter. Yeah, answering in Abomoko. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Okay, Papa Pocho, but to imagine a crama, well, I know. Okay. Yente. And Pocho, you. Yente.
Aha. Master me there. Said you. What for now? What can you with you back? The man who go through, you already know. Then you now. What this one was not going to manage, right? About the FJ for allow my yes. Mastermind, because what could be that?
Okay.
Where would you have? There is young for Fakapa. Come back to the food. I'm a engineer. One of my business people know what on my end.
All right. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. Where's a cuckoo? Me pacha mete one come into.
For sure, get your background work when you are. When you are, and say, what you want to.
Me pacha, abaze.
Get your what?
Get to. Okay.
Get your phone when you get go out. I say one check when you.
All right. Okay. But obey you are no I. Okay. 0244408046, 0244408354. Wasubutu Bimbi in Koma easy was in FD4 had it into obey you are no with your consent Sibiano, obey you are no 0244408046, 0244408354. All right, so yeah, the first batch of questions in Aban. Mami Shelley.
Okay, me da se bebre te of yeda wana ase. Or one sembisa was abe. What's the can about re-nanzo? The FDA yeshe tobacco and substance of abuse. Inti say but with all yinara no. Kote na yeshe. yenye narcotic board for na yenye ho ne ye nti se e will get to be to them and you can two in one question because obi suka dey say nyim ho a why dey yen kohwe yenyim baby ye hu a yetum yetu ho anaman se nansi ampo ehu ni anka bohu dey tv do ekesizi bibi nanze on red nanze nti any substance of abuse bi ebohu do obi hyekone bi ore yen awoze yen asote anade yi narcotic board for asote yenye ho ye dwuma bom nti ye bohwe na yezi hu dwuma na yenyim baby a na ya aka de wo ye hu ye na nwu aso nti bibi nya na wa aka akire he afi so bi kan about hypertension eduru bi nanze esrawara se tefo se bibi ya wa eni nyina na ebeka do ya hypertension anade betna wona aka de o diabetes yesre go hospital no doctor on show na ehwe dem hypertension and diabetes ya ye wo numu ahoro bebre ibi ya different type nti onye hypertension ono nche de bi wo high blood pressure bi so low blood pressure ni nyina o baka so when o high blood pressure no waka de hypertension nti yesre onye bibi ebete wo hunam dwe bia na waka de hypertension na wo so akoto edru dem yereba nanzi nyina rampo FDA fu ye ma ho kwanda wo bodewuru de wo yereba wo edru no osa hypertension nti se wo baby net de obi bodewuru de ma edru of my hypertension osa diabetes nanza o de food and drugs authority for there mat dey the me edru na mat se sebe wo record the cry wo phone da wo the record na fa den fabrehen ko be hen da papa because embram ma ho kwan o ya azanyi pako no o de oko hospital ma doctor no hu ne type of disease no ansa na wa man prescription
but you bo husi na nkofi eduru kro osikrom and say oh ya reba no register eduru kro na osa da de sane ya reba nyina
ya bodu ha mama nka asam ncho ya bodu ya na maso wan pon kewi amama chwa akọ osa na ewi e fa na live presenter mention onye de ebo enti yenya mbre ehu onye de ekobo do onye de FDA fu ye pensem ye hwede asam na work na anye na ansana into wom de lonat fu ya mo hon advertisement but onye de eka because eka keke be ka bi aka ho nti ma FDA fu wa hwehwem na was aman de onka no ana ombon ona na ye de obo mpochata asa
okay
into hypertension na ye baby today HIV na no kaka ho na all other sexual transmitted diseases no onye de obo ho dewu na aphrodisias na nze nyina maka aphrodisias na nza dama ma sabi mpanyimfo na nyim ibi ho na oreka de oma mbenyimfo wo ye de na mbesi afo wo ye de
ebegina da cha
aka nyina onye de waka na afi so bi so kan about mesima ezade she fridge ma obia epenentama ezen hwehwe da bi ehun de yeka de ye aboze nyansepe yimzi nso chedo ya za wa hwehwe ma achara eya oboa nti hwehwe zo wonfo ngwaze winwin do damara arefiri mara damara ono so ma bi wo ho a nutrient na nza owo ezibanu mu no so ese nti ye besre de se epenentama hinalompo a awoze se enyim time ebe ye ezibanu a yitu kakra ehun de no ho afafa orogo kakra no na ezinsu no eze egudo ekada run ebeka ebi kada nti why ezinzinzi na eze running water na nka water bill na bobez nti oide ma oto kakra ehun ansa na ezinsu na ayede eze egudo nti ebasre me fa hwehwe enfo ngudu osande pentam ono so ba ma nutrients na nze no so no that then the last one was on frozen foods ansa na obaban na ya ayem pensem ya ahwe aza onye no masra FDA yo so taze ogum ya ma on fa on ba market because every ebi ana mo so kwa akoto nti manhwa meye de na mehu nti ya hwe ansa na wa ba nti etefu one year rest assured de ya yem pensem and we make sure they meet standard ansa na was abahade na sagana fu yenya so ebotum yakọ poultry farm ya into poultry no so oboboa if we can feed ourselves nkanka ya ma won farm ba nti yentum meye won onso hen no nti wona wo fi what is the fee abrochiri ban or dey hwede o meet standard na ya ma wa ba
oya what share the lifespan that product no yan find the dama enkuko na yemadi what the number of days, years, months, the product in way di ewo ansana or ba.
Yeshe.
Okay.
Yeshe papa. Sebi oye 1 year to expiration. Cry every day more con 1 famba. 6 months to 1 year. Yeah, my enfamba because everybody know what ya botan na hen or hadi. Into ye more con cramp my enfamba. Into a day at least as a baba hadi no 2 to 3 years and above ansana to the expiration date ansana.
But men for last caller, what question be pa? Last caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Was 2 missed calls because she had decided to submit it.
Purchase or fraud then?
2 missed calls.
2 missed calls.
But you know, I decided to submit it.
Okay, 2 missed calls here too.
Maminchi amami minchi tifu. Mami. Oye urban transport for metro mass transit. Bilu water in the Dudo.
Okay.
Ya mimi dano stop to be uma adapa migin onya adapa ba metro mass na water in the Dudo even na namon in traffic that's the beginning.
All right, 2 missed calls. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Yes. All right. It's the Odi Edria Beya. Afraba Mofomo Wonindu. For some time now, my talk Edru Ewo certain facility Bia. First one, Mokotena Waka a month. Now I expired. So me consulted the physician now. Oh yeah, you know. Because no meeting them, but the core facility no. Also onduri enti motu me down but na oya for meeting na me friend doctor no so no so on recommended there afro no farmer yakwa to bi o no so waka a month ma edu no why expire metum more at them ondu ni expiration date yebotu me examiner
edru bia ne shelf life chede answer na obu dem time na ze ozimu there's ba man into I dey share duration of treatment na ezema abofraba se obopor dem expiration na on there ezema na se oye within na on say
safe
safe.
Okay,
if it is within it is safe until the expiration date on say name that day na la wa say
Edura what on wakamo.
Edura what on wakamo ze. Opocho etefo say who bibia. E mo ya me don the one specific place. Into one specific place or you do your company. Into that one every day but me twa ho anaman. Wo ho na ye nwa na akakasa. Oya dey ya bode over the years ya ka che etefo. Ya ka che azotonofon. Ya ka che hena yero toso. The men taze wo baby area abo baby ma ka munanzi nyinara na onye information radio center si ahomachi na obode wuru wakaka kansam na roto yesrawara menye wonyi ho kwan mbrama ho kwan de medicines woboton wo transportation ta wo so aye driver e bia na sisi asotwe no yezebe ko bia no do sande enye de ma ho kwan so wo ye den woton nti ya wa kan ya yebesene tu ho na mo ye wona akasa ba yebesene kodo enye wona akasa transport PR wa ha obodu ho dwuma.
Okay, but
Morgan na yen with
hey Morgan why na yo makamake wa minti we onsu e obi ade kan wana
edrofui etefo bia ntene ho ase no onjintum there Food and Drugs Authority amakwan de obiara means obiara yenda I register we do no mpo a me FDA ya ja atumumpo nyu kwan da botton ka wonton edu what frogodo wonton edu ohwi balum nti yeah so timemfuni ayan so yeka ho
minimum bi otakrade wa da me bag wodu tukwani osano ho traveling bag ndrunkuti no na do ya ndo tunton wo bus stops ndrunkuti na dwuma ya anye
we no tiembra
okay
nti ye bode we ye won a woton no nkoten so na ye ka wan asem nya so a ye ton se ye gya to a won so be gya ton nti ya so ye nto edu from approved source.
All right, Piero, hwɛ a day in there a lot of activities. So what are some of the activities that you mark this year?
Okay, true. Me that's so. Na edi kan no o ka say obofra ba bi ba fi wa ba num si okra o say dem.
Me won romensa wan sana.
Into schools ni there ye no more engage pa. Ye fe bi catch them young. Into ye ko basic schools, ye ko nursery schools, ye ko junior high schools, ye ko senior high school. Na ni omo di dem nkomo no. All the time food safety ye chi omo there ye nyina ye concern. Our concern, ameme concern. Esan say ezban oko ye ma. Wait mafia ba. O ezin. Into ye straight for community news we enjoy mo hoye. Ye community engagement pa na afi date na nkasa 7th June. Oye nyame ya duma Saturday. Into no 7th June no na ye celebrate the World Food Safety Day no. Into no the whole of June no media engagement be kodo. Into no enya first time ye be san babium na ya be kan about food safety. Into general public no ye assure mo say your well-being is our concern. Into no we will do our very best to ensure say public health and safety is assured.
But I say ente busia menyi ora Eric Opoku Kwatin
oyeti Kwatin.
Okay, Kwatin. Okay. And Mrs. Shelley Davis Andor ono a principal regulatory officer eja Kwatin PRO for Central Region. And Morgan Coleman ono a regulatory officer nso FDA. Enuanumi na wo be ya ezi inkomo but obesina bebi o na yasan ezi inkomo nti enre yemfensi wa yadase bebre for your time nti ebusia yezesi for the first part of the ma muntwa mombra yaba jumezi inka nso and amazing come a lot of interviews and then okay so FDA ebia obi wo eyibia report bi opede oye information bi opede odemon contact be or the mama so that the public can call.
Okay, into no your number no or sign a WhatsApp number. But there friend another what there but there send you an image, but there send you a video be you can do that on 0245 83 9521 0245 83 9521 and your location so your UCC Credit Union building adjacent Sedicom. Your office call Kaswa Aquile District Court. Your office call so honor the Central Region. Per se uhui and so per se and car locations no and no.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Ebusia ma yentwe ombra eba jumezin kan so ye de bocha da mo messages no so mbra 0244743143 WhatsApp then also text message. You stream live in so Facebook and also on YouTube Kastle 90.3 FM. I'll be back.
Everybody follow not sa malaria. It's till not now. Malaria chill. Popo. What do you need? I want the num lonat. A dabako. Num lonat. A damiano. Num lonat. A damiansa. Num lonat. And no. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenshishemu hu se malaria wa umojam ansana wanum lona. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo ho a ko hu dokota.
This advert is FDA approved.
Bakwa ya owiase ene se obeto afidi abodin a wonya so mfa so biara le senti ene wo se wode wani kire Anointed Engineering Services Limited generators apapa enye dede eni unhwamo nensa numfu obebre no Anointed Engineering ewo the free 5 kVA ekosi 3000 kVA ne bonso da form boko na woton so a yema 5-year warranty so we generator eje ne ho a Anointed Engineering ebesesi ama abri biara ye san so ton tar lights any genuine spare parts afei so so pese wo ton wo generator dada fra Anointed Engineering Services ewo training school a ema nimdie ene tetie ewo generator plants auto mechanics electricals controls any solar installations ho ye dwuma penti ya sheta oman Ghana nyina hwehwe yen wo Cape Coast Tantri ye ne Accra station no ene di hwanimu anase ye Ben Republic Street Francis here ewo 024-845-5697 anase 024-348-0334 yenti ewo enkran number 77 Anointed House ewo Odoko Malam Kwantimpone so ben Odoko traffic light Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
New Kivo Hot Pepper Powder. This advert is FDA approved.
All right, Ebusia, ma yansanimo wakwa baby o enfamra Kastle 90.3 FM. Memma no hodo jumezi na ewiabri yeguda yezremo. On inti dem rende da ye share the conversation ase on the 1 Ghana cedi levy on every liter of petrol and then other products ahrono. Any that His Excellency the President of the Republic okasai the phone na mepede yete the president and some more kind the phone or a painful decision na abane take nemum oyimde it is in good faith the obobwa or many based on the challenges currently we are facing in the energy sector. NTNT President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
The second is energy sector sustainability. The dialogue recognizes growing energy sector liabilities as the greatest existential threat to fiscal consolidation and macroeconomic stability. Our energy sector carries a debt burden of over $3.1 billion with an estimated $1.8 billion more required to finance fuel procurements for uninterrupted thermal power generation in the coming months. If left unaddressed, this situation significantly threatens national productivity and industrial growth. While we have devised a strategy to liquidate this debt and staunch the bleeding in the power sector, we must take advantage of recent gains created by appreciation in the value of our currency to accelerate the solution to our energy sector challenges. In line with the dialogue's recommendation to boldly tackle the crisis in the energy sector, Parliament yesterday approved an amendment to the Energy Sector Levies Act and a certificate of urgency introducing a 1 Ghana cedi increase in the energy sector recovery levy. This decision, though difficult, is necessary and justifiable. The additional revenue projected is 5.7 billion cedis annually. This revenue will be strictly ring-fenced to pay down legacy energy debt, finance ongoing fuel purchase, and avert the risk of recurring power shortages. Funds from this levy will not be subject to the hazards of the consolidated fund. And the minister is here. I know when money falls into the consolidated fund, it faces certain hazards. It will not be subject to the hazards of the consolidated fund. The fund will be regularly audited and audit reports made public to ensure its transparent use. While initially much of this revenue will go into the purchase of fuel to ensure stable supply of electricity, with the ongoing developments in the upstream sector, we expect to receive more gas from our E&I Sankofa and Jubilee and 10 fields. With also the assurance of additional gas through the West African gas pipeline, we expect to substantially reduce the use of liquid fuels in our energy mix. At that stage, the resources generated by this increased levy will be channeled to pay down accumulated legacy debts in the power sector. With the recent gains in macro stability and strengthening of the Ghanaian cedi, this levy is not expected to result in any immediate fuel price increases at the pump. We are fully aware of the burden this will place on households and businesses, but I want to assure Ghanaians that this decision was not taken lightly. Furthermore, the government will continue working to reduce systemic inefficiencies in the energy procurement and distribution sectors while enhancing targeted social interventions for vulnerable groups.
All right, so His Excellency the President of the Republic in Yatininkan. So this will generate division. The minority and then the government side, Obia war thought on this issue. But Yabokone any energy expert, Ekokozi Nkomo, on Assistant Director, Institute for Sustainable Energy and Environmental Solutions, Mr. George Atakwenu. On this policy, another on this levy, and the Ababutuga ma enwanso wohu ze for home because and the former finance minister Setepe why justify why we should pay 1 Ghana cedi on every liter. President why justify, the minister for energy why justify, but the minority will hear full disclosure on this ɛwɔ hɔ yanhwɛ yɛbɛyizi nkɔmɔ ahorow bebree ɛwɔ the main nsɛm ho waso for all text message another WhatsApp message for 0244 743 143 fabra 0244 743 143 fafado fabra na yɛnzi nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ ho nti ma yankɔ na menye Owura George Atakwenu ɔyɛ Assistant Director, Institute for Sustainable Energy and Environmental Solutions in Kozi in Komombra. All right, George, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ewiabre meji de hunem yaboko.
Yakopanadum biaboko na bacha wonso e.
Yakopanadum yensu ye hu ye pa.
Mamfa kwenye du enchia weti for ina awoti. Ewiabre.
All right. Etifu so ajodo pa. But yenshan common say any da no pimpani dibe wabra the finance minister or call parliament Okezin Koma or presented this levy or this bill under agent certificate, another emergency certificate, that is 1 Ghana cedi levy on every liter of fuel. Institute for Sustainable Energy and Environmental Studies, what's it they may or fund then?
Yeah, fun day. Energy sector now. The problem at the energy sector now is not necessarily imposing levy. Government period they imposing levy to set of this thing here. Kind of lazy approach because one, you enter Ghana for bias or utilize your civil. So if we are not able to settle the debt, the build up of the debt now. Or we really have to look at where the problem is. Now, yes, fixed. Now, we don't just get up and introduce levies. This levy should rather be focused on more sustainable, maybe renewable energy, which will definitely come back to support the grid, but not to go and pay a debt that we don't even know where they are coming from.
Now, governments in Wajachum that there's a problem at the energy sector. Do you think we should leverage on other opportunities rather than because your taxes are who go or your petroleum product though, and this one also coming or be burden some of our consumers?
Oh yeah, burden maybe a car if I catch your donor first in $1 and also na petrol no price and also this year dollar now before now what to petrol in about to do on your sheet. But the question is that the only solution? It's just, just a lazy approach because what? Say, you can't be a bet so them 1 cedi from each liter of fuel. Next year, it's just going to be like robbing Peter to pay for. Where the problem is, the deficit is there. No, yeah, solve them problems. So every day accumulated, if you cannot get back with that cocoa share, the renewable energy sector, government is more solar grade to help make sure they bring a stable power supply. No, they're going to use that money to pay a debt. And the problem the government itself, them the sector, if you look at the energy sector now, they are aware of where the problems are. What's the problem with ECG? Is it say we to correct it one revenue in a year now? If that is the problem, or can't we just identify those areas and face it? If you think that people there are inefficient, just sack them. It doesn't matter of sacking them, getting in competent people to come in. So tomorrow, let's assume that this year they introduce 1% levy. Say now, but 1% what do to this year and pay off that debt. Now, what government going to do? Is government going to increase that particular levy? Let's say I'm really not fine. We are not looking for a lasting solution for the problem. We just want to find nice way of massaging the problem. Then the problem is always there. Then every time, every year, government out, complain, the energy sector, ECG is not able to, they have accumulated a debt. The consumer there who is paying for, who is always paying for his bill, no, is the same consumer who is have to rather go back again. They are going to pay the consumer at the pump. And you see, one thing, if you notice, for all this one, all the governments who have been coming into power, they've always noticed that if you tax fuel, petrol, it is easy for you to get the revenue. Because that one, if you go and buy, they would rather take it from the market, the oil marketing company. So they just calculate the margins and deduct it. So the oil marketing company just go and say to make his money. And that's a lazy approach. So if you don't find a lasting solution, you can do this every time, keep on imposing bills, but to not still solve the problem.
And Philip Bedri is as a result of misapplication of ESLA after 10 years of introduction, and then they use them in common.
Yes, so Mayaka, like I said, is an operation of ESLA. So as you know, the ESLA was introduced to do what? To solve to bridge a particular deficit, right? The next question is, you couldn't solve the problem. Why don't you ever go back and go and look at what was the problem? Do we actually have to pass a strict law? Do we actually have to maybe get what's actually the problem? That we have rather solved the issue than just introducing taxes, because extra Kinetic couldn't solve it. Would the 1% levy solve the problem? So that was what I was asking the question. Do you know the set of my presenting he said? Say China urban day, you 2 months solve the problem now. Are we going back again to introduce another tax? Then just a lazy approach, because we don't want to find a solve the problem. I say Abofoba create to na yempedi yes cream. Oh yeah, and so any yaman paradon on man agent kakra or jana or something yan as yaman a draft to the crime. Yes, and so kunana you couldn't be quite a bay. And don't forget, every time they need to set a debt build up, it is increasing. We should be a cause for alarm, because so if this levy did not solve the problem, are you going to introduce another levy? That's the question.
How do we deal with the inefficiencies in the sector? Because that has been the huge problem or affecting. The inefficiencies are too much.
First, government day in, day out, government always appoint political appointees, right? That's what have been happening. Ghana, then we can say Ghana is to say Asamba will go so the culture one day Yakuba Bochima, Obia Dok Heaven. And to say, Obia Bombay, say government is change oversight way they bring the person. Is the person competent enough? Let's get competent people. Let's actually get an independent auditing body to do a good research about it. Let's identify the problem. If the problem is identified, let's look at what is actually causing the problem. Is it inefficiency from? Is it ECG is not able to correct the taxes? Bills, or when they correct it, is it like they are great, which is not helping, or is it the public sector who are using electricity for free, who are also not paying? Let's look at this thing. If you notice that if government is owing so much, what can we do? Recently, I heard that the president said, some of the state institutions are going to pay for their bill. It's a very good initiative. If they start paying and they know how much they are supposed to pay, I'm not sure they will be living their life on funds on when they are not. So if all the state institutions are going to pay and government is going to regulate them, That's going to be very good a good option. Then when we finish that when we finish that, we still come in and see where are the inefficiencies. Is it about the bill correction? Well, I know where I'm saying currently in Eastern region. At times it takes 6 months, then no bill has even been issued. So this 6 months accumulated. So and when the oil producers are demanding their money, what does the government do? The government will go and take the same money which has been dedicated for extra sectors to go and pay. And if we don't take care, making the noise, the complaints will go on, but the solution we will still be at where we are, and that is why where we are now. Because this 1% levy, I think, should have already been channeled to maybe road infrastructure, or maybe renewable energy infrastructure, maybe more solar, more hydro, or government should have invested into any more profitable something in the energy sector, but not to go and pay a debt which we are aware we are deliberately accumulating. It's not going to help. If you don't take it.
The minister continually says that would be bottle liquid fuel to power the generation side, not meaning would you share our debt. Is it about time that we look at renewable energy?
No, what they call tall way. You see, that is where the problem is. Do you understand it? That's what the problem is.
Okay.
Where the problem is, we generate power, sell it to the consumers, the end users. Then when they use it, some are postpaid, some are prepaid. They pay, and you're supposed to use that money to pay to the oil producers so that they can produce more power, right?
Yes. So
if you are telling me that people are paying, but they are inefficient, I'm going to use some of the money to go and buy the people to end them. So please, forgive me, this French, that the minister actually understand what he's talking about. That's what I'm saying. That we don't actually want to solve the problem. Because there's a problem there. Let's solve the problem. Why are we? What I am selling wachi. I go and buy rice. Come and use the rice to prepare the wachi and sell. And I'm telling you that I'm going to bill you, the buyer, an extra amount. Why? Because if the rice gets finished, I cannot buy extra rice. So the money that you're going to take from me, that's why I'm going to add that to buy the rice. Does it make sense? It is totally neither here nor there. It should be something different because all consumers are paying. So if they are paying, why are you coming to tell me again that you're going to bail me, you're going to use that money that you're going to bail me to go and buy the fuel? Are you not paying for it?
One other thing, sir, will create confusion in the minds of Ghanaians. The government side consistently work there. It wouldn't affect the consumer or the price pump. I mean, you are in the energy industry or the sector. How do we relate to this?
Okay, we understand it's not going to affect the end user. Okay, I understand. I use my car. Every week I buy around 30 liters. So if I buy 30 liters, I'm going to pay roughly 30 cedis. 30 cedis because each liter I'm supposed to pay 1 cedi on it. 30 cedis.
Yes.
Fine. Yesterday I asked a very simple question. I asked one of my friends a very simple question. If the taxi driver, if he's going to use it, and you see because the petrol price has reduced, the oil marketing consumers are not going to pass it to the don't forget, it is going to come. They are all these hidden charges. In a way, they are all hidden charges because don't forget, as soon as recently that government forced a GPLTU to reduce prices, right? Tomorrow, if fuel goes up, even just some small margin, we are all here in Ghana. They will insist they want to increase the price. If you don't take it, the amount they will put on increase the fuel price will be more than what we even know. So if you say that, it's not going to affect, and very soon, don't forget the consumers. If someone is using the trucks, those are not being mostly regulated by the GPRTU. When they go to the farm, if I used to buy a train and I go to Accra, from Accra to Cape Coast and back, and tomorrow I buy it and I notice it is not going well. Don't forget, if I'm going to pick your goods, I'm going to add it up, and as soon as I add it to charge you, the woman not going to sell in the market. When he's also go to the market, he's also going to add it to the price. And don't forget, Ghana, we don't have the controlled economy. If America is sold at 10 CDs in Eastern region, it's the same sold at the same price. It is not like that. So, like they're talking about, it's not going to affect anyone. It's not going to. That's the map talk. Has the minister gone to the market? Has he spoken to the truck drivers? Is talking to even the normal truck show. Don't forget, they have a regulated price list, no problem. But if you come with small plantain that you want to go and eat at home, they will add the price rate and charge it from you. So you shouldn't just take it like, it's not going to affect anyone. It is just this is just no. You shouldn't look at it from that point. And we should also think that once I heard some of my people were saying that once this is nothing. They said once the please once the ABB per ADB, because the once the build up, if I'm to buy 30 liters, I'm going to pay 30 cedis. So if I mine 1,000, if I'm 100 liters, I'm paying 100 cedis.
But what to do? The city we gain strength into. It's nothing. Abana what to do na us Yanchan one Ghana. Is this something that we should cry off?
About what to do? Don't know from no ye nanda, but me for you. Me na all kinds of trouble cheaper now. All the $30,000 to cover kinds of my buying. Don't look for them for you. So we lose there. But just on the argument no. Don't look from a very fantastic way argument. About the ancient one to the metal. The question is the four price no cost baby there. Yes, you have to Ghana. The reason why I don't know you put your now because of taxes. It's a tax order. In the other energy sector, problem or home, if you solve. No moment can you invest them 1% into something more resourceful, more sustaining than to invest in a day. I even say, as I in your book, but it is the same as I have for sure.
Okay. George.
Me, if I never say tax is developed country.
Yes.
If UK, US, Netherlands, and Russia, when a tax is here and will develop. But when they take the tax, they invest it in something sustaining over to generate a sustain. Now, for sure, about as long as a car, it's like a critic about 10 years ago to solve a problem. It is not create another sticker. That was maybe investable on the margin. It will be ideal that you young as on mine. Where any NDC, NPP, to name things young as on mine, to make you there. There might be energy sector home, yes, the problem with hormone. There you create Esla by an intimate solve problem. There are other offer energy then and the petrol levy 1% aba. Yeah, by and then let's say them 11 you invest with good at the fuma. And we try more sustaining. Because you can you put how in able to electricity now what to lighting. What to lighting the reason of my hand we card the home 1 2 months when you come from here.
Yes.
Now we introduce extra the same talk though you see what whatever you say about when you start for the kaya you do energy sector. And you don't know catch here now. See I was about catching him. But what's the possibility there or chance what am I catching one sitting out to look at one to so for this has been introduced before. Then here as on mine or they had to make you too
we need total overhaul in the energy sector.
If we think that there are some people, there are some players in the sector which are not doing something right, let's take them out. We were all here when ECG was given to PDS. Within the first 3 months, they started making profit. So why is ECG still making loss?
All right.
In the yeah, they don't say I today. They don't get Ghana. Yeah, how hormone you but I doing the empire solve problem. Every year, that's the one.
Okay.
When EDS came to Ghana, I mean, sure that no work of above for Fisuna or Betna, what a 1 year. Ghana, if you had been what home away, but then at that time, I had to realize because I a private person, the person all pay. In the abandoned the enemy, we need a total overhauling. If you think or you'll be not that that person should be made to face the law.
All right.
Taxes, you introduce taxes that because estimates of what increases from the ECG license by 14% in 2 months of 1%, 1.1 over. Let's be approach on or a cool chop or tie home member. That's what we are going to, and we are all here. If you don't take care, in the next 5 years, 10 years, we are still going to sing the same song again.
All right. Hey George, my yanda say we are brave, but going forward, we'll still come back to you now. Is in common on other issues. All right. Yes, yeah, that's it. We'll keep close. Okay. We say any Ora George Ata Kwenu, or Assistant Director, Institute for Sustainable Energy and Environmental Solutions, and in Kezi in common, and the president was sent to the bill. And this is and will be take effect obey Juma, but they keep on telling us they all affect the X pump. And see what will happen. Hi, Kastle 90.3 FM. More messages in number 0244 743 143. Nana Atakra Santi Owaha Atabako be a boy. Atakra Akaba.
Yeah,
Bibi Aboko.
Oh, bad other room, Bibi Aboko.
Yeah, there me I say. Me de ke su Aboko.
Oh, yes, I do.
Papa bi fi ke baha no say. O you need them the premise soon and send by uncle Capri school feed. Nay.
Kede Aboko. Msana what we are na. Me a baby. Yanini nyina bre wo party ho a yeto aba wo elections no youth organizer wa sebu St. Augustine branch sebu dia dodo na afre ne zongo eduma wo ye na na ahen eduma wo ye yeto aba wi ani na enu ani nansa na ye brother wa frem wa memre da na ye no na ya pene kurabia
wan twa wanje ne position ko
so the way another form net here no national security there we fata ne pa so aja na amaja
uncle to you no do we say ndc fu baby wo
asama do so politics wo
uncle to do
ombe kwa kan ye mo e ba pa sampi ya le ne adipo ka mo ho na omunya ade abobo mo fo all right the chief for omuti en so ya chire omo ja abura se kwa man kase dc Honorable Dan Mensa Wodi, Nam MP, Honorable Felix Kwacho Fusu. The regional Belfin Mantem, the regional minister, Honorable Copen, and never Paco Ricket, and Honorable Raga, and Papa Samuel Atamos. Need DC for a clear motion, Miami George Justice Sata, and Minia Kiki, or Fantama, the chairman, no Madumapa, Omasha CE, the Omontuasonko. More free party for no as a party for no munya na abre na baba bedru sei ti mo bia we fi ne ho munya ni ye na mo aso mo ne nche e dia di biem na mo ho sere ye so munya ni ye e dem pa bota wo machi obia obe na adwen so obe ye ntwitwa na mo bia no so no ye ba be bo na chi wo ya wo ne ma ye na obi na adwen so o ye ntwitwa na mo ano ye ba ne ho sɛ de nso yɛbɛka asɛm nafa but wanya wo nneɛma yie na sɛ nneɛma sɛ de a me metena ha na me defend ya de a ɛnyɛ papa me nkyɛ ama hemfo akɛse ɛwɔ abura sɛ ebu kwa ma akɛse kaka ben ada ando kwa ma akɛse atrankonya katachi amemfi professor asebu atrankonya ɛna amentimi na no otu abura atrankonya kyerɛ ɔmo nyina na ɛwia bɛbi
all right let's see but young come on the street. And the president finally was sent to the bill, and it or justify the reasons why this Sikaya Waji 1 Ghana cedi on a liter oil necessary the order Waji. Dr. Baumia in his thank you talk, wabash abano for the bill. Yes, in common.
da se bi yemi akonya de ama me menchia waduma wura papa ejeku na nima pa odi de buwan finfin mantem aka cha ne se mfidi o metintim ko eke na oluma ka ne sen oledi oti odo na si no no so onye yinti da na se pa na menchia me brother kwabena me vice chairman Solomon Abeka Yosen one menua chairman Kwesi Nkroma party fo ni nyina mechi o ma na area menua kwamena em say nsɛm ɔmampanin John Mahama ne da ɔde to odwa no asɛm no ne tɔfa bɔ nyinaa yɛ decision na wo take no ɛden nanso ɛho behia sɛ so take na menyi ni sɛ ka Ghana fo na mpo a yɛmfa ne sɛ wɔn crop yɛmfa sɛ ordinary members and the Kasaka and Yamia said your former vice president Alaji Mahmoud Baumia and now Oberto to Ayampia or Media Abba Yedi Kwamina Alaji Mahmoud Baumia dear Obianim Yazia in a radio station be a by a friend a Baumia 38.2 FM. Oh, Obia what radio 38.2 FM. Wo ye ka wo sa nya kukudro be kan bi. Mo media nwa gro na Ghana fo ani abre. O si ogina simpie so kan sam ma lectures my ya the head of economic management team shenensa. Mo metoto ne ma mayen. No ba ye o se dollar no wa chene dikin ama IGP ma IGP fankoguo ni ade. What a solid team no abobo Professor Jamba for no abobo akotra fie abobo ekoduru baby ane amabu abo omo no o se onim hu bi na otu fokura na emfa kwamna me Ghana ni bia ya adwen se ye Ghana fuei se ye ti ade so de a hallelujah mayen na mum mi amete ya meka ho bi ye nya tu ade mu a ono ha obia ga ade se onye Ghana ni bia de ekosoro a ha no kakra nanso ye nhwe se efri hin ne beduru hin omampani waji atum se decision na ye take no eden nanso ehun behia se se take kwam na problem e one energy sector no nya 5 month NDC take over in ba ye o only se mini anu man MPP fo ne Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia betumi aka kire se MPP left 0% problem e energy sector no and NDC ye ni ma mamu nti ye ba 5 months ya be se energy sector no ena ye sa kofa kwan ya ye be fa so aso. It is on record say uko energy sector debt wa abra ye fra konwa so 2016 2017 ye hand over my MPP no na ka na energy sector ni nyina de na ye 9.7 billion kwamna na nu 10 billion no ye ba ye no ye betra opposition 8 years MPP aba befa and now me no ka say e ka energy sector ne de no e more than 80 billion
energy sector
billion e ka da ho 80 billion ukwa mo asa records ne wo ho enti se wo boka 80 billion wanya ho hwe na obi aba waja ne kan ti say 5 months ono ne boni ne sen onfa bibia meka ho ye nyina ye Ghana fo sabe amamuo obi aniwa ofri obebu amamuo a na nado dan kwakufu adu JJ Rollins Donald Ekunkofo empapa fifi atames nyamemfa ne kransie yi obi aniwa de ne kotokom sika na odi bebu amamuo eye kwame na ya menu mienu ye taxpayers money ni ye di bu amamuo kwame na bato utie pa.
So the 80 billion, is it in Ghana cedis or dollars?
Oh, Ghana cedis.
Okay, so per the report, we are owing about $3 billion at the energy sector.
I convert here.
Okay.
So I just say, enti se what de sa kanu ye fuel sa ye krade ba ebe power emi enyan kane am ye dem electricity for ka omode
ni nyinaa yɛ keka ni nyinaa bom a ɛka da hɔ kwame na sɛ ɛka da hɔ a menyi ni sɛ ɔmampani John Mahama o sika bi da hɔ ɔde bɛtua ka no agye sɛ me ne omienu na ɛsɛ yɛboa no ne yɛtua.
The question I'm for be saying there, that we can no sit and baby door because I mean we can attest to the fact that we prepare the AUC eto before and sana.
And no yatna ha abra ye increase electricity bill ye betra ha yala. In ye ka ho nsɛm say na electricity no kura si dan ye deka because me betua me de on so atua wo de ogo atua aduma wura atua aha de nti esi de deka enso ya boka.
And what to me na say cost ni be ye or your production cost and
yes.
then debt cost. So now, why then another AEB?
I was
after all the taxes on the petroleum products.
And tina make us say management ka ho. Opening our interview no me dey adwen wo ba bi say bia leadership e ka ho. Nti yenhwe e ho no ne yenhwe ne yem ne ne ya adwen wo ho no. Ma ba bi on so a me ne na anya adwen. Ya me ne na anya adwen ne say o say abandada no kreti esla ede to ho opo asla ni nyina achi ni yesi yesa akwaje 1 cedi biye mu a na asla ne so mfa so ne sen kwamna yeti oman mu ye educating krofo a de entiam se me ne nya adwen no ye educating krofo aho yenka asam ne mamma me ote abonten a wo tie no onfa man DC nto nchen onfa pipi nto nchen no ontie no hu ne se ka asam a asam a wo kan you are being objective person yeti oman mu na asla na ye create to ho no MPP aban bai omo de yesla ne koma ekwaje bosia ana kwam na asma make yakobisam ye kreti yesla ne se mfa nkoba bosia esla no ye kreti se problem o ba ye energy sector ne ho a ene ye de be solve mi wa no ye bo bosia me koduru ba bi a ye de ye friend sen koko a esisi form mpo de kwaje bosia ye tam esla ne de koba bosia esla ne yan kreti se mfa nkotua pensioners fo sika mo mo kwam na so te se esla ye de saa esrasi ka ni bi kotua pensioners fo sika sorte no Ghana ha sei ye kreti se esla na ye fan solve energy sector problem no ye fan kotua pensioners fo ka ntina meka se nipa na opani na ni interview no me ne nya adwen wo ekwan ya na ofa so ka ne nsem bi because esla no e ba de na be ye ya kreti esla those managers of the economy no asama ya ka kira mo se mo fan solve energy sector problem. Meanwhile, nipa na fa dey solve pension problem. You didn't see nothing wrong with it.
But after leaving office, NDC, one of the debate 10 years ago, leaving office, what the debate to cater for this energy sector debts in Adina future. But when you were leaving, you also left debt there after Esla.
Me try ha me ka say ye free abemo no na ka no e 9.7 billion. 9.7 ni 80. A difference womo 9.7 ni 80 no a more than 700% increment.
So this thing goes beyond initiating policy.
That one no more than
because if the ESLA was to cater for oil energy sector debt
problem,
you know,
yes.
Let's say
the need your pension.
Maybe pension 7 years back.
Yes.
Maybe in there ESLA was created. The purpose for ESLA is to cater for energy sector debts.
Okay.
I know. Yes. But then, a certain government, only for Abema, now all the ESLA debate to cater for energy sector debt in Orokono, and upon ESLA no cause and so down. So what is the problem?
Yes, there should be, always there should be something, a problem because electricity for year can once say you try your bills. Yes, but technically no, on Baba Catcher say Omaboka. But me problem in your car. Yabono because it may be no running in years in pa a car crabeba. But a car shouldn't be a car as a year who ye. So what I say, see a buy a car that one a yakumabia and ye coco introduce another assembly diaba. I cannot be Kagana for yenano yebesum. That is why my penny say I'll some na mede bano. A 2 year introduce we a year somewhere adding name mum and who be says ye. But I'm not here like at the move. Yet the power producers for IPPC yet more than 770 something billion. And on one of your sister station, or mobile ball a car you do IPPs no. I am more than 700 and something billion. Electricity for the car. so what you say nti esla ya ye konkreti ye ene asade akwakwa akosi awowa wa bra esla ne ankreti se mfa nkosi awowa ye wie ye de aka ne so ya sade atua pension anya botaye nti ya de kreti ye nti lapses bebam so what you say lapses bebam ene o mampani agi atum fine one Ghana fo nyina ya adwen se emra ye wo mu ye ni mre papam osra Ghana fo eniema eba afom no eye na kane ne na adwen ko ade a ka hu hia se niema ne ye besa atotum biem na mmom ba bia ye energy sector ne ko no kwame na asem no mienu ya moa me yantua ka na obi se ni kwa se yen a o ye example bi o se ukoto board ye ana ukoto ade wo dwom a wontimi kwa kan kire nipa na wo to no hwa ade ne se mabọ kanti buam na mentua na kwame na hwa na ka bebuam ye tua oban be na omampani be na abetena Ghana ha yabo oman na boka ono na busuafo na acha atua sabe oman ka
maybe if that metini narration na say metoni diban metonade aye consumer ma aboto na mo ma age miska at the end of the day muku an meka ya menku nten me say ediban na mbe botoni na wo be boto bi no ma aboka ntawa aba aboto ediban bi na etua meka no mesan ma abada mamisika na mensan mfo nkotua meka
in the sense aka oman Ghana bosia ya boda ho no ka me bakwaku asante ka wo kwa amena wo ba ogo ne ba adwumawura ne ba ka yen o papa kwa aban mu da aba di nti na omom kwa ba bosia ne yen chem omom abusuafo ma omuntua na na do dan kwakufu ado ba ne abobosia 120 billion anu abebo bi aka ma akoduru 777 billion etika kwa me nkroma de oboye no ne acha ma ne one na abusuafo because omno omunya omfa so atamese ne dwama amade na ka acha mo abusuafo kana na do dan kwakufu ado ne ba omia ni MPP dia more than 600 billion om de be ka ni acha ma MPP fo nkwa na ko matua baba di ntiri ya chama Ghana fo nyina se entua enti ohaw ba scenario bi wo wa wo ya o de kofa se aduane sam ne ade na ohaw na aba ene o mampani say ogitum so ohaw aba ba yam wan yentua kwa mena I wasn't expecting second MPP for na so omu yes ade de you because kwa mena yete o man mu petro ya ya kan wa se me se me betna hai ya betna usidio hwa under MPP ana petro 1 liter ya 17 cedis plus ya betna usidio hwa na diesel 1 liter ya 23 cedis plus e wo Ghana ha ana kwa na meboa nti on records MPP de beto ho no na ye 17 cedis ye ka petrol 17 ka petrol 17 cedis plus a liter of petrol e wo Ghana ha me se me dabe sole na se ye beba abetia studio ha na se NDC for abeye niema troka ma petrol na bro 17 cedi medru 20 cedi do na MPP rampo petrol na dru 20 cedis on some pumps e Ghana ha sei nti se etraum de na omu di kodru ya Ghana fo bu fu se dabi baby amudu o ma na ekọ ne de etu na kame back mebu nkotodwe se Ghana fo e pam chawo ade we de me defend bi o na nso we pa de ene dada na bi na yesu ye but ya be fa de no atete so baba beduru baby ye nya tirimodin fo se ye ba na ne ma atete no yesu ye betu aka so okay yes ye hwe kakra ansa o ma te so mpa ye nte so sesi a me en study terrain no but o mu te so bi ani ate so o mu te so bi ani ate so o mu te so bi ani ate so kakra me be Mori Junction filling station bi wo ho Star Oil 11.57 na wo 11.57 bidru aiko ha e wo ho eno ye minim se total se eno ye 12.47 na wo so me hwe ya ansa na meba because of this education enti it is below the MPP for the koduru yam ya omkwaje 1.7 billion.
And let me say this question, should it be a justification there or the levy bill by about to do? If Baba, you are in government there, must you introduce another
person who told no? Oh, Aben person who told no. On the Aben take you over. Omu use technicalities. Oh, ya ba yanche ya pamocho onya botre ya study niema ya study ya friend ya go through niema ya jo mama we di president ni bi dentina wanya smooth ya woko owura fi say under Akufo-Addo Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo the second term mpo MMDC is September and ye let to Mokroma say September ye MMDC is but and ye DC for ye MMDC for be 2-3 months omo ye adwuma nti ye move in a faster pace what I say ye buy no ke betumi aka say ye se petrol no net da 15 cedis mpa aka be jama da hwa because ye said in yema say ya baby and three more din a kasa na ye be ye obi anu akobe ka hwe o kasa the beto ye no ye steady but ye tesu bia na ye tesu ye tesu bia ya tesu a me bia be do 11.57 na say o man pani atra se hu say no ye energy sector na ye create ye na esla na ye create ye no a ye ka se enfan solve energy sector problem no ye nuanu mi omo bae omo de sika ni bi kosi awo akwaje ebosia enti ama sika ni mo ye hwe ye wie ye de aka no so ye sa de tua pension fo sika de mo omo eno nso anya ye ne ya nkase amfa betua pension fo ye nhwe ye aye nka ni ampo nyina so na be ye problem esan say ye fan wa ye de gu amfidie no de power amfidie no ye nto no ye nya no wa ha ye de sika na ekoto enti anuano mo bi nyina ye mfa kakra nka ho enti 1 cedi na ekwa ho no ebekwa koduru bi abe 12 cedis and 13 cedis say no eye below the ebeto say wo ho so dey ase enti the ebesro mampani ye friend say ye nuanom MPP fo ne say omunya abotre mo ne yankotra omu abesma performance of 17 cedis and 23 cedis no omde petrol kodu ye no omunya abotre ne yankotra omu abesma performance of inflation no omde kodu 54% no and inflation about 18%. No guys Ghana for who ana. Come na no ura Santeka abenya mu 60 Ghana cedis, 70 Ghana cedis. And no ura Santeka. But 3-4 months, 5 months ago, no ura Santeka come na mu to bi kofie. Nantempo nya bi. But no benya bi 65, 70. I was Santeka. Eti Ghana for who we don't need 38.2% Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Afen was abe lectures wa. Lectures ya fe no be lectures na university fo na mo nso mo be de mo campus be ma Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia sa fi nso fa anya lectures ntu futuro ngu nkrofo ani no esamola nso obe lectures ya be keka economic indicators ni ho anwani no ye be wie ya ne say esra sika mpo a ye se ye mfa hwe energy sector no o de kotua pension fo I misplaced priority ade o ye no ade say yama your friend is saying abenkwan yamu abenkwan na wakohwi abon enkrakram wudi ebeyo style what you say because abenkwan enkrakra de taste ni ye different ntiri aba umi aya no
abeta abenkwan no
abenkwan what the abrubrum amayen ti asra no Ghana fo nyina ya sra Ghana fo me say kwame na sa me ba hai se petrol no 1 cedi ni e de ka ho no se bro de ebeto yeso aka me pa Ghana fo chew se Ghana fo me sra mu ade we de me defend bi because MPP o ma anya ni ye ba me mpanimfo e ba ye no em se ne ma ta o mani so ke be pa chew but ye ba ye no ya anya tirimodin atete so a na aduru ba bi na me no mienu nyina ye se agitum o ma mpani aka o hawe wom ni anyintum ni entu aka wo ho na ye nyina ye ho nto ye nso a ye besra Ghana fo se o mu me anyintum ni entua na mpanifo se nkwan ye da obi asa bi no ebeduru ba bi dollar e bi mpo dollar e beba 8 cedis dollar e ba 8 cedis na petrol sa ehwan ya 1 cedi ni pa de atoso mpo bi awrefi
so if that the dollar no so or rise or gain its strength against the cedi no so be ended
eno no na ye ka se akwa bi okọ oye ye wase se we anya se na ye se ya sai no po ya me nka ho no me nka dollar na be gina yi ebetim pa ba 5 cedi mom de dollar access dem ba hu ye for the
dollar no be charge 5 cedis whereas the president is saying that the dollar no on before more on realistic
and realistic realistic any 1 cedi no realistic
but from the president you also saying that it will be realistic
realistic no na ya ben was no yes and 4 cedi 20 pesos and no na realistic abia baby e free no gbo baby o mo de akoto ye no 17 cedis no na say o tina la besi ya baba 9 cedis 5 cedis a e ho na nkofo be ya yi kakra It is a one and a realistic. A horse and conform with us any MPP for most of the dollar and a politics. Because I'm some also now with the dollar and a politics. Because from 4 cities, to 17 cities. No big of every 17 cities at about 5 cities are saying no realistic. And you have seen before, or Munya Butre.
I am in a make out from the president.
Oh, I made say. So, no, say, a yanida, no, the penny or Casana, some yanida. Now, the other go on my penny, mamma, and yadio. Because Kwamana Kenya misses here to Obama 5 months. In a near my about 2 year inflation 24%. Kiabaya 5 months inflation, I do 30%. Commit me, maha.
So, at the cry, Abeni Oba BC Godono, Yenim Oye. Ejumaya for an akutia into 10%. One Cherbian Ibu utility tariff, electricity 14. Now Ghana for Guda still or gather one from that they are paying. Now on Cherbiara and Yama Kofum wanted to afford and a fuel abo foam. I say I am for there wanted to Laura Fedo so that Ghana Finya Yawa Haren. The government is pleading with importers and then they wanted to on your model. Now at the end of the day, and your man our worker fabano, the dollar sitting we gain strength. But kafoba car nade or the bafaba. In no many so car or rise the pay another transport fares or rise the pay or affect BBI. Now and they say 1 city not on a gallon a liter 1 city.
And your problem.
But you know on your problem.
I mean, your problem because 5 months ago, na mikuta 15 CDs plus. Edu baby mpona mikuta 17 CDs plus. Pamena, mikuta 17 CDs na meto 5 liters na 85 Ghana cedis. What you say? Mikuta 17 CDs o na me de to liter ba kuntina a liter a gallon no na bro 85 CDs. Ana 85 CDs. Ghana for who hara omo o man pani ba wase me pa mo chawo abeduma fo po me tumi tuma kwatuam kese o my 10%. Fine. Electricity should to ko kakra ba kwamina enne ya me no ka sei petrol no even with 1% 1 cedi a dey ka hu so na petrol no enu 13 Ghana cedis 1257
currently one fund to do on take effect. No. On take effect in Tiam Fund or the actual. And I mentioned, said you may have some never way. On fund to do. I mean, yeah, public education. Yeah, the Tuswa. A bear 12 CD 57 pesos. Into that means semikuta. May top 5 liters. A bear 60 CDs. Be about 20 pesos. 62 CDs. 62 CDs. And 85 CDs. Come in a difference will move. We are talking about bare 23 Ghana CDs difference. It's a Kwamina. What are there? Emma, nay 85 CDs. And will be at me about 5 months. Emma Baba bedroom 11 CDs. Until 11 CDs near the qua. Now just say, yan rube 45 CDs in po. And will be so okay in Pamacho. Say Naba. Yen na ye Ghana for yen na yen ntum ni yen hwe kwan ya befa so ebetua Canada ho no na yen ka ne agina so ye ka ye di nkrofo atimi anya asundwe obi o edum light ontimi da nti yen fa 1 cedi nka ho 1 cedi e de aka ho no e ya da braka ba pamena en shada nya problem et is a first say ye e da 18 cedis and 17 cedis no eni ya sa this 1 cedi kwaka ho a eno na me se ka me betena ha yi I don't agree with you that I don't know what to do. So what the bill to do your problem.
Oh, na kwamina. Yen na ye Ghana for. O man penny ba ye kapetro ya tesua. Obetuma ka say okay, mon twen kakra nsa ya. Ya teso. Obede.
See him there from world market or to that directly.
Now world market yente Ghana hana. World market ti ade so anada so gina ba bi agina. If yeto ngwana yente ya
on the full and the what to do world market because of the price unity or affect locally.
Some pumps, ya tesumpo anegina baby egina. Come na me shift go post.
You are not shifting any go. We are telling the truth.
Yeah, can I say? And go for what to because come na and now at my 4 be mu refi. And no mu nyina because mama yusu ni ye ebi mu wura fi because I don't know anyone people for a woman, do you baby and so many. But ebi mu wura fi say you my 10%. Go come na, and now and bass and take and betono 500 Ghana cedis, 555 no. And now go be 300 Ghana cedis. So what is here? It may not be 300, I must save 200 Ghana cedis. So what is here? And then at the petrol so. Ama petrol at the swinty, Lolo Fay, Obi ano foka kwanknai, and maybe I had 90 cities, you know. And now, what is our 15% now? In and out, what me say we bear 30 cities. Ntikwamina, drive near, no top petrol, 1 gallon, 85 Ghana cities. Papa Nazampo no, yeah, no, 85 Ghana cities. What they multiply 10 gallons, 850 Ghana cities. And the petrol 1 liter nam 11 CD 57 pesos. What 10 a yina say 12 cities in pa 12 by 60 by way 600 ni 85 850 difference of 250 nti at the 10 cities kwa liters ni wa obi ayan what yet me aboa ma ne ma stabilize mo wonya 250 Ghana cities. What the 10 cities he can what's here no the adabraka on Ghana for better. Now, we are going to 85, and no, once is so do. And no one else will moka at 38.2 FM for no. Bamia FM station. More kakra na Ghana for Matra because they are buying a son yama uko doma unya monton boa wo fam anwa boa ba fam milo boa obinu milu na minum ti achepa esa minum ti go milo na ba fam abroad nkwade ba hai ena ukuta your friend is 20 Ghana utimi kwa banya nsesa abrante okwa ba sam wakwa ba 20 okwa ba nsesa kai so first no or the be 14 what they call oh nti mesra mini anman people for munya botre August so cocoa price ebeko hwim inflation a drop 18.4 kwame na momo ya baso
all right
na sa baby aba no ye say ya ma ho me aka me ho drama ama na mi nsira o papa
na data krame das
eno ano no
sama kwaba
nua
bibi aboko
oh enche nyame wa ye wi na inde nche enyama lokwa ne sise ikroma ya shi chale
okay obviously Kwabena, your question is like propaganda question. the thing was 17 and now 11 and I say just give me one to put your light on. Is this a problem? Okay. I'm not asking a propaganda question. I mean, I need to stay up questions.
When it hits them or sound propaganda to them.
All right.
I'm a acquainted Naminchia, it's a far would take Kastle FM, Minchia, Wankasa, so Minchatakwa. Maybe Atakwa, no which all lecture never. Being government on easy, but they be a mechanic, many unqua. Nti men yenda at the Jen or the Yemen. Moon mobile. Yumum Yabaka Esido fact in the Morty. Now, Minchi MPP Amani Kundeda, His Excellency Dr. Raji Mahmoud Baumebo Pui, Central Region, Cape Coast Atene, Chafawe, thank you, Tom. Or a traditional MPP, win or lose, Yako, thank you, Tom. Until under the notable way, until 1 hour can win your national executives when you are a moment and when Juma, or the constituency executive police station, when and when Juma. Since I baby, you know, Yamay Aduma next month. Name for inform ya today Oboko conference na ya kwahwe ntutu ya able to to ewo hene next step you be take because 4 years cycle na so into other years and years from the grassroots to the top into nyame adoma no so do a ebohwe ma other ya kana ya kanti kwamna de nyankopon wa ye ma odo ye nyina ewi na nche nyim de mama is a who ya obey ya good work at Ghana for was the heaven libby NDC for once I mean the Ghana you know who tana on ye. Sa Ghana you know who tana on ye.
na yadeda yado wona musumazi mu anu fosu ska kaka na ose ekutokum ma ECG foje ma okay no asana afọ ho a webo wie 1 cedi wom na eka waso menka mebe meti atakwa no wo gidi atakwa Ghana nyi tofu 4 cedi otofu 1 cedi a liter kwa no so oyi emma na ye cheche ne nyina ye prede ahoto be yeden obaba the more reason why what aba the MPP abani fi wo only there na Ghana fu company nyama no boyeden nyama was cost of living no high yes but enye wanto aba ma ode bra na wo so ba ma aho che no nkoso ni wi abaka che ndे no oteden isi me ba na atakori koti figures bi oye strategy and is for afa eco social media they are using November 2022 figures no what the one argument now MPP aban and hand over power ma NDC aban November 2022 yanto aba November 2022 Ghana for kwato aba December 7th 2024 2 clear years now ayazi na se Ghana for the car find a way to apologize to them do na enyim dey na not sisi anu ehunhuna na anu say e wonje 1 cedi ntum da na e besna to electricity mi na wala buy power dollar e wako for me atukam na 5 months ago dollar was 14.2 per cedi so on year 17 and this full quoting 17 was 2022 and MPP aban ya fi COVID be ni effect na odi nyama ku odandan nyama ye fi power handover am one as at December 2024 and na dollar 14.2 last time or kind e correcting they will continue because we bugan of enyimitia wa bru one abro hunu su nti opeda wo fakon bi do but se emfa ndem wo kan po e no kwara then na bana wokoto mo no fa so nye then why did the Ghanaians change the government some what can po e no kwara then say what abete aban in some one work kan nyina say say wo den nyina and the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kan akohwisam what pam atel what the share what kan this and the rate has done on them any matter why dollar MPP and over dollar no do wako from 2 cedis because no 14.2 since our dollars around 12 cedis 13 11 cedis or yam found on to them 2 cedi gain na Ghana for one work at Ghana for you know what electricity 14.7% what agent no was on the water 4% what agent na Ghana for ye oh on area aban man waba ye keka which Mrs. prepaid or no same boat meter no or no same boat but ya yezi yanka hwe no was $2 na Ghana nyenyan 2% difference as na for kwan ho the boy yon point there what is so urgent about this levy
Also there is an eminent power issue.
They are mismanagers.
How?
Good.
But more about you know what so what is mismanaging about the energy sector? Because we are talking about debt.
Saboteur ato me ha wo MPP aban be na ehon na nyam mfoso no wo we came to meet debt of $2.5 billion and this I call the giant. But President Akufo-Addo and MPP yambaka nchire Ghana for there at that time no na dollar or a single digit ada say yambaka nchire Ghana for there dollar wo form nti ye gi 1 cedi wo fuel do na ye dey quote da maka wo no this are deception from because that the fastest pickpocketing ever na atakwa no in this what that mean.
Now, the dollar is around 10.2. 10.
Say 10.2. Agreed. How has that affected us?
So what it's a model.
How has that affected us into what it's a model? This was sent to Mumbia. Because this 1 cedi per liter, you see, he levy now in him will preach there one supporting no or propaganda. No, but
you levy Dr. Bawumia onwini election yanka no so
ye be ye for ba we will not yem for sumaze braga na fa deda yem for ntokrom yinku wie 1 cedi per liter that as my mechanic say yem for tokrom yinku wie 1 cedi President Akufo in the last state of the nation address asem o ka che Ghana na wiaze nyina in there ye bear no ye bought a cup $2.5 billion. Quickly they put 3 things together. I say when my administration assumed office, we inherited an energy sector legacy debt of $2.5 billion. The Energy Sector Recovery Program, ESRP, developed by government, and the World Bank projected this debt would be ballooned to $12.5 billion. Manage energy. Within 5 years, if no decisive action were taken, we knew that such scenario would cripple the sector, undermine investor confidence, and plunge the nation into the darkness. Mr. Speaker, we go to work immediately through tough negotiations with IPPs. IPPs, you see, Obize Okawa, Onya Kukuku, Oya Brase. Mr. NDC ministers, what pro? Last week, we catch the Farmer, or the Minka, or the Ufaza, Ibika, one toba. MPP ministers you can learn from them how they manage this energy thing. President Akufo-Addo, after 8 years in office, we had energy crisis. The last year of his administration, 8 years administration, Ghana were able to give stable power, but Yanjo Bia a peswa on the fuel. There was no levy on the fuel there, the culture energy debt. But the power was stable. But that for the office, do you know what he did? He was able to manage and make sure that the debt now in the World Bank in the ESRP now project about 12.5 billion. Or they get them about 2.5 billion. That is a good manager. There was no levy in this country. Now, like today, there is a component of fuel in it. Fuel now was a light na you train was the 14.7 about to now. Since I can say to prepare 50 cities also 1 week and 3 days over. But Ghanaians are giving you that privilege. But as someone can I am yoke a simple in there. Ghana for dollar for 1 while. To tell the Ghana for anything at the crack. Ghana you to now and this in it was estimated that $1 or obesan. At a crowd here, Nina Yashi, or your problem, Papa, your President Mamma Lepachow. Also, when you know is about and this if not a Jubilee House now, what the coupon I want to be. Although I am happy to pay. Well, I to be, I'm a platinum to be, Obi, I want to be what's away. A tea was there in Tia, although contracting album at a crowd. Let me tell you, in fact, who party, wait the gun of Yambo. At the first in catch and just February there, he will never, this year, never introduce a new tax to manage this economy. What has happened? About assembly ways. I know. I won't say about that. See, drivers, GPI2 are threatening 50% increment of oil fare. A alliance about a drivers was what's down is a 20 or 30%. Atakra, if you kept close to Kwabodunkoa, or 10 cities, so 20 cities in Yansa. See, 15% was in Yellow. So I said, I won't turn on while I will preach that was happened one pay. You see, dollar, do you know why dollar no on to me effect? I know what drivers for the driver when we do now because a calculate percentage in the nominal value in a rare value now. ECG or more than that. Into ye but you cause I'm there NDC waiting in Hambo. But I may some of the only Hambo because I mean you that man of Babanya. On internet and we preach there. No coming back. Into while I campaign Franklin Kuja and Dems. Franklin was the fastest pickpocket ever. I don't know why. 1 year, 1 city. And I try you see, Mama, I cannot say 1 city pro, 1 city passive there. You pay 1 city a day. Do you know how many gallons of petrol the drivers buy in a day? Multiply that. And you calculation on petrol better say. Atakra, your party and your government has disappointed Ghanaians. reset ni nyinaa nye dɛ Ghana yin ho tɔ na NDC fo mpɛ. I'm a conclusion I'm making because me say proceedings till the time a minority will walk out from parliament. At forcing now same day Ghanaians are now happy. Ghana for yan to hen because a dollar no back of phone. Inti ye one seed na on your way. Mama get the same thing. So it means there nani boss first of Ofusukachi okay the same thing. So there one what's in so ordinary Ghanaian no what na on ye no one no catch the Ghana for you to interpret to a single digit. We can see say okay say check what a price of oil. It's around $60. As I say, time you quote na oil $87. You quote na the differences. Now, should the world price of crude go up now? Besides oil boko foma. US dollars internationally we lose in value because about 4 major trade countries I can one boom the one who use dollars in foreign trade. That is Saudi Arabia, India, Brazil, and another country, Iran. Yes, BRICS won't use dollar in foreign trade among themselves. Russia will ban US dollar. If you Russia today, you have to change the dollar to their money and sign a two-way trade. And Russia is one of the largest suppliers of commodities in the world. And this dollar a week, nefida a BBA. That's a Ghana for one. Sustain it. Hey, at a corner one see that some more. And you was one and all Ghana or say day or use 1 gallon. Even Prague credit they only use 1 gallon for yejuma. But more than that. So you end up taking a huge sums of money from them. And in effect, Obaba Kenyan.
What's on Kenyan?
I have a didn't Kenyan.
President Minister Akade or on Kenyan.
This shows there Wumbugana for.
How?
Yes.
When the mechanism to work.
Mechanism by I took now. President on for Cambridge in him. No on sign this law live.
What sign? What sent?
What show live? Or you live Oche he live live no signing. Betting tax live no signing. Even emission levy can only effect to can live TV. I been see no why in them. Because he knows that or ye insult to Ghanaians. Say I heard this one of your colleague Johnny Hughes. Johnny's Byton or Lake. At Zinyan or the President Kufado. I said they did not do consultation. One on you want to come on. You know the levy was suspended. We did all town hall meetings, all the 16 regions before. Okay, that's where they brought Stubborn Academy. And levy doesn't affect everybody. E-levy is unsend is through mobile money. You won't pay. Mobile money per merchant no you won't pay. Mobile money e-levy somewhere you can MPs who you be trade by want to because what the coupon free. And see, this is against the poor. Come back in there. Glory first the book should GPRTU today decide to increase the lorry fare even by 10%. Catch them there. Go for the Kafanyamba bottom on one for being to do. I think we'll move everybody in this country or if we on electricity. I buy us in your mommy isn't. Actually, you might go to 10%. Yeah, that too. But I said that at the 71 office holders, office of president, or two won't pay mine. ECG, what electricity are they paying some? No. Now that's in some board of info. There are a lot of things are banning here. All these institutions, but they don't pay electricity. And I ban soon German. Mama Peda Makanya there at the crowd. This is the wicked, insensitive, and callous decision ever. Because a budget tax for Ghana for huge tax can sort to them. I do call one certificate of emergency. And for soon 10:30 p.m. Ghana father da. Now pass him to them. What is more stealing than this?
All right. Yes, I made us say, but another crowd. Actually, the Energy Sector Act now, Energy Levy Act now. Sorry, there was a component of Energy Debt Recovery Levy. Eto fuel bia what to Fredo. There was another component in here, Energy Fund Levy to support the Energy Commission. No, Price Stabilization and Recovery Levy. Ninada the petroleum product. So why this again?
Oh,
okay can be mama kwamena in the first place many as some say GPRT for attracting 50%. Kwamena fuel that more than 15 cedis a liter. Yatete so they abedu 11 cedis 50 pesos. What is so 15%? Yeah, the 1 cedi can home call 12 cedi and 13 cedi. A new data na ne wo na. You are threatening 50%. When you abandoned in the year. Dabi, common sense. I am on BB before your mother says, Sabi, or more can some ma. Dabi. Obede, Dabi, Adiada. Fuel at that 15 cedis plus. Yatete swam, I do 11, 5, granted, 14. Yatete swam, I do 11. Yadibika was to 50%. Until Obi Fukawa, because of 1 cedi na dia ka hono Andrew dada na na wo hono obi fuka fra blood nkwa na o se na ye 10 cedis na enti in and out ya 20 no busa se na anti 15% na ya na mboro 20 na ti asema me ka say first no ofri akwa blood nkwa wo ba no the more than 20 cedis na ba no enya akohwisam nam kan 2 two. I say. Kwame na mami flow. Or try or say. Or kind document at say. Na do danko akufuado buy no energy sector debt. E ka na da way 2.5 billion. On okay. Na asset or move free power because of management or ye ntina can be meka ho. Meanwhile no wo kan why you are saying no. E ka na ho na more than 2.5. Ntina I was expecting some ka chance e yakohwi sam na sam woka. You were quoting you were quoting no. Asama o kan no or say. Now to krenya with. Ntika na bi meka ho. You were quoting into maybe so the a cost 700 million and I'm maybe so are you quoting in dollars or cedis? Yes. So I quoted the dollar component that is 2.5 maka nsem bebre wa ha. Ntebia wo we fi. Me say maka nsem bebre wa ha. Ana me say NDC ba ban mu no 2017 MPP be take over. Na energy sector debt no na ye 9.7 billion Ghana cedis o nya dollars. Ena wo kokan eyi ne ba na abeka chem say eye 3 something billion enya 2. Obeka tram say eye 3.5 yet ya na yeti o obeka ne 3.5 na abusam say me de na cedis ana nam say cedis ina so okay ena obi aba na o say MPP ba e no na ye MPP be fa 2.5 oman fa bi nso anka ho ana me tell say eya akotwi sam ana sam aka because the okay etiafu atie no etiafu omutie no be hu say dia wo kan ya wo kan yesa tiefo ntie no ene dia sam aka so man fa bia nka no difference wom ina eto so bia mo se NDC fo afa entokuam ina o makwa akopa ase emra na o mode etu akoto nkrofo so kwamena obi ansoma afenyo makin so on free parliament nkotena for mo afenyo makin obi ansoma no Ghana for to aba e de my MPP MPs so mo nkotena parliament. Oh boy, go to parliament here take a decision. You can't come and tell me so Obi Fantokiam no take him la. So I say. Until 1 hour was expecting say other parliament one NDC for Pia, NDC for Nibu Abontin. So Muntie Momu them. Or Mura them. Or say, yet implicated them, American tantem, Eddie Aquaquay. Yet your man, my Chief Justice Tokono. At a phenomenon in the case you call court and upon 9 o'clock. Oh, Master Mamma, oh. Mama kamas that be fuel but America be any bibia ho wona wa pia abonten se ontena ho wo bakwa kwatena fom mo kwatena fom o mo se mo tena o me mpase mla mo kwatena fom mo kwatena fom ne apase mla se akwafa ntokuyem hwe sam no kwasem e wom ne se Ghana fo ani abre enti ya besre MPP omuni moral right na kwamna enya na wo kan on kamnim salad Mahmoud ba me oba krom ha wo kwamna wote se waba ha ma am moment ana me mo say the whole media and some for Alhaji Mahmoud ba me aba Cape Coast kwa sam am moment sam police station is sam yeah, mo ya de thank you to ana mo ya thank you to by force thank you to ana mo invite police station
ka fuel asam 1 cedi per liter ka onu
Ghana fu etie no Ghana omubun fu because emu ani ya 25 million and about 3 million emfo nya wan siri ni ntina mo kofo emfo ena wote ai na wo kwa abroad nkwawa in and out now the more than 20 city na ekọ and now the 20 otimi kwaba
all right
enti enema ya kama e de ama ho so enema ya kama man also obe wasa white obi obe siri wasa white dabi enema ja bi dia tia ne say Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia obi a waba ama police station executive ba ama obetoto ayampia
Atokra, I mean, just a second.
Okay.
The question, maybe, sir, yes. I mean, this 1 Ghana cedi levia, what they do every liter, fuel abofum. Should it be a justification there? Fuel abofum in tea. For 1 Ghana cedi in front to do because fuel abofum. Is that a justification?
Sikana 1 cedi now to say fuel abofum.
But that is the explanation that you are giving.
What is the problem? Problem in saying, you see about way by energy sector. A cow, my beja to one. Aslana, a creti, Omudi aqua jebosia. Omuria, Sikana cow, woman, so Omudi energy sector who do median, only could pension.
Okay.
And misplaced priority. It is kind of a energy sector, no more usual, and Yama, and Cardiana, this one, Nakabeda, no man penny swap a mocho. Say a young first walker cra, most monta baby, no fanya, or money ya, and on my penny pachow. I don't know what, and no, and Tansabono.
Another crab, I say,
yes, Mama, you push, as an energy minister, I say. The newly introduced energy sector levy is not to pay the sector debt, but instead to clear for liquid fuel. Instead, something that many people can ask and impono affect. Also, this Obama one 5.6 billion
to 6
billion, and even that is not what enough.
Yes,
good. Oh, so now let's young fast some see baby odosi. It is not about the coward until what you the miski. Atasa, but it is about liquid and not fuel over to that power generator. Atakra MPP I power no one to fuel generator. Car power na marina so na want to kukudingu. Nti ono no on dey woji levy. Whenever President Kufa de ni Yankopon na akota car so na mfa petrol nwa be na mu atakoma mu kama sam atakwa ma me kan de mo wa kike nyina no sika na wo gyen no wo be fi power bokwa na still da make 2.5 no the whole ebi po ba ba ka
we are hoping no be friduna NDC be friduna there is no debt
atakwa mu ne tei 1 cedi per liter ya wo gigi wo le kira en sisi anu mu kasam cho academia kakra na when you go as you in the West Motor and what was supporting. What can we model as in there? Yes, here you be there. Was the better than my work but it's attack on Mawakana. Mawakana Mulikachi into the Macon, the music on for. Oh, attack. Now some point the music on soon. Into I'm sure pay or what send the 1 CD. Certificate was a Babacon or send that will hear no more. But the question is, Abujina Poya Lancasano. In someone care for President Kufadu. At the time, I know also on the light 24/7. Let me be said there. And MPP no one to fuel ngu generators from power light na. Oh, at a car power as a car power as a band. What of petrol Guman San why Juma? As some you can young car power some. You can't Ghana far. Age 1 city at Tim once I can wait it. Age 1 city from Oko to come by force. Sir Kumasi pick pocket cry on your fast them worry. Now some na yeka. Mercy NPP aban President Akufo-Addo. Nyami on shireno. NPP aban President Akufo-Addo. Nyami on shiren. What to me stop petrol do good car power na Amerima upon me light stable power for almost 8 years. One can't check gun and you be there. Fuel letter per liter no for 1 person pobra. Odun. Fuel na bottom. And you want to work on gold when you billions of dollars. What about the economy? Until gold needs can away. Oh, at a crash appetite. ma na mo ba do sa abotan do baby a sisi are asama o wenye dey Ghana fo what's one city no odoso oyedin but president asem do mo poncho menyim dey dem na ote but won fan chan yan fan chan wana sika no sunson nti masre atakra president Mahama onye energy minister mpotisa no ye mogbo oye mogbo but ode ni ye bompe man oye mogbo nti pedako fado na wuchu na azi wubu na enyimtie nyame nhire wanji Ghana fun woni nsam sika da odre kwato because eya atekwa no obobodi ye woni nyina wo fuel ye wo nyama nya ni wodo toy ni ye mo power odu da sintu nti se ebe na ebe ka che the car power na Mary na toy be no se nya sika nto crude enfo nguma oil of no use a the man say ye kan wa be ye wo position ansa na ye ba power eso nya no kwa ene nyankopon onpe bonen weje za ma wole be ebe na se Ghana funtu eto na mpoma na fofo le basana ba na mom deception akoshisam government of lies finance minister kacha yende onu oba manage economy without a single tax menyo atakwa na yetena na yekeka ne budget tax other ba me yekedo we increase the tax mi so any we so onye new but I don't know if you two work for as I say yam for this is one of the new taxes or whatever nti the masem no ka chen no ka o da da na na ato and this if that
but also engine the Esla na fan ye collateral kan ye ne ka no bokofo
ese
Esla na fan ye collateral kan ye ne ka no bokofo
Esther was there collateral was there na Esther would do energy ka nche boto ka do ba Esther no
was by about ni ska or another Esther sika generator and fan ye collateral kan
Atikwa amne asama ye kan o he
is it not true that you collateralize Esla?
Yes, we did.
Why?
For a good purpose.
So
that is why we were able to maintain the same level and then we give you light for 7 years.
So you collateralize Esla.
But Siana or Kojan Atakwa when you go as your foot. When you go as your foot. Petro na yet to go can name na yet a generator me as more light, you know. Yambaji Ghana for additional money. Near to Kotoyo.
Collateralize Esla to buy fuel.
Atukwamna. This is what we call management. You may have a problem with it, but at the end of the day, the end result in there, we want light. The Akufo-Addo gave you light, yes. We were able to give Ghanaians light for almost 7 to 8 years, consistently.
All right.
Now, asema yeka ohano, my NDC for one deception at a this is our timekeeper. Deception is on pay.
Since I also say NDC for
since what deception is
supposed to be a propaganda person.
What deception this money is not about debt, energy sector debt.
Yes, it was
about fuel. Okay. Let's put the proper perspective. All the energy sector debt one. I will come and tell you that what we use the hustler for Nyama.
All right. But all messages in number 0244 143 0244 143. Okay. This one is for FDA and then they are not here, so but Minko Menim. Okay. Mr. Host, I wonder why the president did not sign the levy in camera, meaning he knows he's a cheat. I'm Isaac from Besa Chrome. Me pocha from Nyabutar I maybe I'm not now. Pocho mintu can message any. Eugene from Abra, please host, have you heard of roaming? 100 Ghana cedis, not money. Oh. Please host, have you heard of roaming 100 Ghana cedis notes, money parked in sack, towing to Kumasi this morning? Yes, it is true. Drive and watching. Aye. 1 CD note in the coins. Yes. 1 CD note or a 1 CD note. Even if the NDC increases the fuel with 10 Ghana cedis, we don't care. We shall pay because we have our peace without arrogance. Uncle Paul for Bacano. I'm surprised with the narration from the MPP man about e-levy on his explanation. He needs to be schooled about their e-levy. He seems to be ignorant about the deduction that is made. All right, Uncle Paul, may I say. Kwamna, good afternoon. Kwamna, all the petroleum product levy, why the explanation is different? President is saying it's different way. Ministers, communicators, serial callers also saying it different way. This shows that the robbing Peter to pay Paul is back again. KKBK. All right. Mr. GDB or trauma and Kanye. Papa Kwamna, how is life, bro? In fact, Mr. President Mahama knows we Ghanaians are now wise, and you gave workers 10%. And what you are doing to Ghana, is it fair? All right. Richard from Akotoche. Mr. Host, this is the answer to the question you have always been asking. Line loss, technical loss. Okay, so it should be lost. Line loss, technical loss, forest differentials. You buy the power in dollars and sell it in cedis. That is cedi appreciation. Illegal connection. Please educate the public with it. Please, say PURC. When a recent increment in oil utility tariffs, this area will factor into it. So this cannot be a justification. This cannot be a justification. And to go and read about oil PURC, the reasons, another, and you maybe at the component I was sharing what the utility tariff and what the increase, you will see this component. It is what add to it. Arrive at the percentage I want to. All right, so may I say, you can also go and check. Mr. Host, in opposition, okay, Mr. Host, good afternoon. Are you discussing former Vice President Bawumia? Please, is Vice President Bawumia not a Ghanaian to express his feeling and thoughts on what is happening in the country? From Jonathan Otu Atabazi. So, in opposition, speaks vehemently against the e-levy and happy now introducing D-levy. The alliance into power is hunting them from Jonathan. All right. Jonathan, may I say, believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities without a humble. All right. Yatel, Amanda, may I say, Angrato, I see Dr. Bawumia be mante, but bad news the committee. But the truth of the matter is, minimum Vice President Obaha, I was not invited. I have no Eyibia or Dr. Bawumia Baha. I should go there. Inti Samika da Wabaha Mantia. Man can tell me there's a bad news and committee. Inti me da say. This shouldn't be a fight. And okay. Is Nanata telling an unanswered story on your show or dealing with the topic of Doomso levy? Did I hear him saying that levy is a problem and at the same breath begging Ghanaians about this Doomso levy? World crude oil market price at the end of December 2024 was $98 per barrel. Today is 63. All right. I have told you it's never true this Doomso levy is going to be used to settle energy debt. And this is the evidence. All right. Uncle Sam Medasi Bebre. But on the nurses strike. Why ain't day 3 or 4? Yeah. I call the various hospitals. I mean, a year for or just 3 or 5 minutes on it.
Nurses and midwifery for us. But me a year me yaka cry and pay General Secretary Kwanya of far so kasa it was our seminar. Muse indirectly or play politics with a seminar at that one. Because the way our Casano, in fact, say one of your sister stations, who shape TV3 to be specific, who shape program now training Dimin or the Casa, who say will play politics. To extent so to me can say strike and a man notice say on the 9th and omo be put all services down. Say sia kasa mpo omo de anema nyina gu fom. I mean, on say ye deal with nipa ho asem. Enti obia ni ho a enkwa de ye obia ni ho a ohia nkwa. eduru baby was say me yemo Ghana medical ifo no ye hu fun da bia yetimi da fun ho yetimi tena fun ho amade so ye slow threaten nobody is threatening you asam na da ho no eduru baby on pushing now say we are not dealing with the government ye ne nya ban bia na ne ka we are dealing with the labor for ya so no maka cho sade amoye no it is illegal. I listen to labor expert or Sengame anopay. O say akwan omode ade ne na de asa Sengame o say so ye adwuma ma mo no ne o ka asam na ye enya mo de MPP for be ka kire say oh no I can't barely
why is it that the labor commission this labor they don't
or you can't barely
MPP the labor commission they are always talking about illegality. The strike is illegal. Yes. Why don't you call them the government and then they address the issue?
Yes.
They also have a concern.
Yes, they have a concern. No concern, no. Or some of our on can say government, wakwana ebia government, ebia what show disrespect and what show be mo. The on can say, or no, omuntie government bia, or money labor for and labor for no more kase. Adia mo ye no, enimrem, asama mo kanu, mo the new case. It moment court table, ni entrance ni enka. But I know some beka say or say Gama card bearing NDC member nti or ka some me anya ya na Ghana Bar Association chairperson Freddie Blaine area MPP onini ku gina simpie so ya
no Ghana Bar Association president Jogati na year
Jogati na year
yes nti onye Freddie Blaine year
okay Jogati na beka nya ba na tuan kan ono de ono ka some ono onye MPP ka bearing member on sabi o wa men kase o ya card bearing member say o singa me o sha ase o kasa o labor yi president Kofotam even the Ghana medical ifo o ya one of the advisors o ma fa na ono mo ya adwuma this o betra na kase o ya card bearing NDC member don't do that o mo nim sa na o mo secretary na o kasa no the demeanor and the posture de kasa no man be ka chance ono onya MPP ni posture na o de kasa na and some of our on one MPP ni to a sense or no
okasa maness for
no on kasa maness or kasa MPP for yes you better na chance also kasa MPP for
maness for na work strike on
kasa MPP for because so ka tell say woni aban ni asam na we dia mo pa na mo ye na mo dia mo hu fun da bia na we da ha yen kasa sa
all right
labor issues no me ya bad mani nti asam e fa labor ho bia na fa me so me ho me no kasa me ho betunya dodo me so me hia medical ayi inti asam na da ho no we are pleading with the government so amon hwe no amon solve na asam enkoda ba bi eda but in the see pleading with the government no amon so munya abotre
all right
no amon so mo ya ye dodo
but I say I just am ma also the next 3 minutes na
in fact me shi atakwa no opposition wa ba benim tman me hu no true kanisa atakwa si abotre asam na stick to the issue na je tajencha asam osengame ye kana asemi asema mekan onye problem bia oye labor expert oye ne private man but he is a known NDC I would kasa na say obi tina
so ono ncha there
was a response to their all tag obi ma asema kan amente all tag obi the himpa ne NPP next nya ono na say wa nya collective bargaining agreement or there NLC onye fair wages and side commission wonye want na ho na wo hwe no waka asam no wo kwa wa bon na atwa na kana asam but asam o ka no to you no ehun ndo ye NPP ni but I will be quote or Sengame then asam all can on your right but nyimpa na azen all affecting on your right most of them directly impo no NDC it's as simple as that ka asam no dem roti this as more could do or the nyimpa no kwa na ye de kan asam yo dey be am ba ma asam kan de nyamizeza de senyim for sikanto odacham onya baze nkwa nti wona wo ye nkwa ho adwuma no se bibi ba na so obande opere wozu monye magu a we order ye act fast menyindra wo so achina na wo so cross strike me hu one of the press conference be wo ye ema what the bottle what the timelines bogu order the midday ye be ye day dem de wa hihye
but this yeah, and they work on strike. I mean, it started from somewhere.
Say, meba, governance is continuous. Collective bargaining agreement was in 2024. If a ban, tell them straight that who collective bargaining agreement, me for you, my Brian Yafoful, and Tasi, but my own kukwasa. Atasa, kukwasa.
mama kind of was if baby na was that baby do baby abani ya na adwun there minister of health or abani ya na adwun the opedo play smart there were a lot of unions na opedo work strike no
and Tiabeka, was it deliberate on your side also not to adhere to their call?
No,
when you were
we
in
gave
power?
them the collective bargaining agreement. We gave it to them.
Implement it?
No, at the time, because our time ban was the collective bargaining agreement, you know. At the time was the collective bargaining agreement, you know. Into that time, you know, how are you going to implement it? Election year, how are you going to implement it? And,
So if
it's supposed to take effect
possible,
this year.
Why would you also agree to it? Now, one time
no.
We cannot agree to it.
I talk about collective agreement are taking a year before the implementing year. And they say if you are farm one or different. Yes, I'm one America that Abana was right. Abana be also that 10% in Mutia, Obi Yanaku. Obi Ayanwe. And to sit them down, catch on do. One collective I be MPP no was one. Me find judgment. Every as I work at one A B C D. No, me ye. Mama one XYZ. It's all your pakasa.
All right.
As about me get there be our power. Because already Nankasan, they are tagging these executives of GRNA made them MPP for. There were a lot of unions but government successfully or convinced some of them. One was suspended. But Ghana General Nurses Association no wako. Baby Edi, onye manane who is right, who is wrong. So quickly. A year ago, NSC, you were there. NSC, you were there. One thing I say.
Okay.
No, when you finish here, and I'm a kind of Abanis or Luntia, more agreement on Fanyajima. Obian soon, Bogu, anyone you're for okay. 1 year, man.
Let us say 0244408046 0244408354. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Abi.
Man.
Oh, me too.
Mrs. Kojisa, my cataphy, moi. Oh, there. On my 18, they be a Makaya problem. Here in Central. As some of Babana by way now, able to name when there's another of one on one.
In Central, then your problem.
I'm coming, Mamma come out some way. Mamma Bisa, way MPP in North one day. Sir, he living. No, it's a betting task, and this can what the year then will mine. And I'm putting this no man.
Okay, man can Central for a problem. Yeah, far a policy beyond me.
Oh, policy and the more family, but so busy bar, or too much other car, but Benedict, what's on what the tax know with the more man, why ye. Damn night on my eating. They were damn no man it's me in some job for baby too. Or Bibba, what's the tax and when you had a tax, they die your money. Yes, fancy years, who is kind of what wants out to do. But here I hate your best and I be away. Damn your man now, Quadrobia to Mco. But so before and this is this all right. Mamma can't jump to a bumpuda. But then this is a power, the brain no to Macassa. But then if you are power, one to Macassa. Damacassa and Sadamia, why said in a washer, other end this walk won't see, and I want you to be all
right. Okay.
Because you're always in
okay, good evening.
Good evening, Barbara.
Yes, sir. All right, Christmas, I mean,
today, and then watch the party Osman. Some of them with the Ministia, the beer money policy. I offer you from long time some of them on the walk because party Osman. Mr. Mabada someday. On the kid, after what you saw, but what would that go on anyway? Just go. Samina, that's the money, Mamma, 22 on the power, and you hear to one power. And they get that. And then they got one so bad on a prayer for the man who could end. And they get a banana yam, what would one of them who took a young man that. Oh, yeah, you said, oh, John, the money, Mamma, you have to tell them on my prayer for I didn't know to so send me the mail yet. Mr. General, I'm going to with your word. I'm going to see what you say. You get on Mr. Sam, the Lord, no one. Samina, you're going to collect the gun for them. I'm coffee. I'm going to fool, say one more. I'm one other custom, 2024 election. I don't want to man on your this is my power. When you have a good muso, when you have a second to I can't know the two. I need a good man, I'm a victim president, where we like Kenneth. You put the pool on the account to pass water, then you leave the devil. I'm going to go for the account.
Medase, Kwesi Mensah, Obisumbre Mibi. Good evening. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
My friend Kakao,
your retail
part. That's what I in fact, so with my dad, why was the minister said, why am I never corner? I went to someone. The man who would you bought Ofiana was with my dad as a good. Why I got to almost bear for Galata. I will keep 18 cities. Now for this for his cover. It is Mr. Chama Devas or it was my mom pen. I'm on Jump Chiposopo.
All right.
And boy, more yeah. That's it.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Over my cabamo, Makatu Fee police station.
All right, Papa, into.
Okay. This is someone who be that is an idea I want to work with Becky. That man, some lawyer, to see. Only Papa 6 months I know me. I tell me so I'm there or what did I do? Oh, until I didn't want we have, but they never know you know what can I say about one of them. What to be there? They could be not did the whole. Until I don't solve so one in I really be no cost with her. I said, you dear motion. When you have a Sherman, there when someone this who wants them all or this is an act we am on.
Okay.
Maso
Medasi Papa. Good evening.
Good evening, Atukamana.
Yes, sir.
What did you say?
Yamiadumo Papa and Pocha was so.
So, we should mean, our politics, Castle Ghana, or maybe a Castle Duma and Amboa. Who probably say, yes, Ghana first to say, yeah, strong. I could want to be any focus here, Mrs. I'm not going to the corridor, and I'm on the 1 liter of 1 gallon. Who took a 10 gallon, or maybe 800,000 ever. Now we are at work for the other time, any kind of pressure because much you can say about 1 year to a film. Here, can I say by you best that project is now more than Ghana and more. So we will be at the Panama Boku. That when Catafo, but some say there's some can for the time. You are sanitary. How much a phone I am, what can I know? The whole town country has to win Papa. But some support to say the young men, if they account. India, no, the government of Minnesota, and then say,
okay.
Well, you can tell us about Bye.
Yamenkawaso. Good evening. Oh, that going to mean you do. Abba.
Pamna.
Pinto.
Apo.
Christ and Adumo now and swear.
More.
All right.
Kwamno. Me pere me bisa sa na said me Levia. Wali Bajian Sisi, I was about to petrol. Tell them Levia law when you Ghana constitution, baby. That be Nabutal. Masum Manya Botamadam.
Yeah, energy sector levy. Ewa. So energy sector levy, no, this component in yan one fact and woman and the fuel product in your taxes were do that.
And you're not made there. Now I don't know what I do. But he levy. Oh no, what do you mean? What about 300 there by force in here? Wabana Ghana for yelling Juntum. Ya Kasa who Kasai.
Okay, so Abba, this education, apart from taxes, no what I don't know. Was son what the 1 Ghana for every liter, no what the Abba can home.
Apart from all what the 1 Ghana.
Yes.
What about?
Yes, that's it.
No, what I saw we any do Musabia.
What's all the fuel?
None of me pay me be said. Excellent, Abra, His Excellency, all creative, whereby 2015, 2016, one. Sikano J. Good, the Missican, and you fan all. And now one of course, what wants to cover the Miska was Shana One. What is ever yoke of one cup for 1 hour? And my baby Anya was about to do, since I am a petrol semi, what a cocoa to that, about can you market women so? Ewa, and your baby, yeah, against, I don't know, yet. Ewa, it said, damn excellent, no say, Excellency, or just to cut to because no, you found that. About boy and only been a water for Mary was a bite. I should be there. You cheer into a boy. It's how come there, who is Excellency and Aldo, the former president, ever about 3 years, or they an education. The best can all you done here, and I will tell you them a funded, education was cajun, and the Mulon know what quite a generous. Women be saying people from Abaton what's yet.
Okay.
I believe Juma. And 1 year was a man Ghana. And she went where her was about together. si yɛ ka na me blame ya yɛ blame abani otudio yɛ be blame NPP for wonye
aba be your
na
do
mun
be that
yɛ
say
huan
all
say
right
yɛ draw so ɔhyɛ hɛn
hey be that say baby adwin good evening yes sir hello yes sir pocho minte okay Captain Planet
Ghana for your media, not Mahama or the model from 17 over to 11. Then you panel what to do as a watch you have a choska a 60. I don't put it, yes, 60. Look at them, but once you don't put your banana. I'm come now. Why a banana? And you're one and watching Jamaica or the go once you know to go busy. Ah, you tell me what I say, you levy. I don't know. You look at Google, let's go. If you take what's your thing, immediately you can book Queen. One person of Google. And tell me what is coming, what you go in there. The Mokoi is going to one and what to tell the Macona. The Macon, Mahaman, about I don't know another. Present you happen to the Macon. What do you mean? I don't know. The Canada maybe up and that. Immediately, you know, I'll pay you the master. What to do, what to do. I'm not. But what to do from 17? I have a point to be by about 6 to 14, 1 gallon. I was elated about 17. Maybe what to have 11 now. Still, I complain. I don't complain to you. All
right.
But I say,
yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Father.
Yes, sir.
Catch me because of your
all right, Papa Poche too.
Hey, Libya, no harbor, Sonny. I'm not, say, you're not in the energy sector on a coward. And son are buying all about. Now, maybe MPP not no. And the provision, another policy program, another policy plan in a 1 year to Roma, the Macauno, and the Water in Kawadibutia. Another Bafu, it's over 2 way for the democracy, the Nanka, or the Tia Damacauno. My yashi, I'm fine to na either way Jacona to one at Yumizini, Waba. Now, or the Nimizi, or the quiet view of quiet for Prubia to other. Over to my way, the Muricano, Emma, if you want a young son called Bobby Boyadaka,
okay,
the most of Montpellier. And with Democracy, this is the second time. Bakaya, Fatis was river. You see the same thing will work out for Parliament.
But that's it.
What about one year crying about what about so bad? What Ghana have?
But that's it. All right. Okay. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
I'm from Gates Officer, because it's Younger Buffy.
Okay.
Bye-bye. NDC for NDC for Ghana, yan down 49 NDC for. But you mean the same thing. A school the free education onye and what the part of the area. He lady was sent 10 million and what was 10 city. It is the Fukuya was one yet. A year for what there's a bay, 83 Ghana city. Ghana for Banana to Busso. Now I'm a better do us hourly. Beside there, I want to work with Jack or with your doom so and I do go about fix the camera. All of our guys will do Saba. No one, the tax less on yet. In the one with them, many be attacked over the year. And in the end, it won't there, many be attacked over the year. 1 moment when you them taxing things for Magana for your own time. The mamma 4 years don't tell about no.
Okay. But I say, I was coming to me far of Refubia Bio, young queen anymore. You're not anointed engineering services limited, I say, anointed today. Ghana have over 20 branches across the country. Now, all your sales, repairs, rentals, and installation of generators. Into a year in Sorahuru company in Jumoku Ahro, a per generator papa pane de do Juma called Anointed Engineering Services Limited. Well, from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA. Cape Coast or Tantray, opposite the main lorry station. For 0248455697 and at 0243480334. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator expert. The Mason Hisense 2025 Hisense TVC promo no washasi on the 28th of May abesinuku bowie on the 8th of June on it from 32 inches to 150 inches color television, sleek and stylish. Ni nyina no ebenye bi ewo Hisense won showroom across the 16 regions. Mankasim or Ben Blue Hist restaurant or Antique for 0302550000. Hisense everyday prices for everyday people. Damaso and a game park cool chop. And I mean you can say over 7,000 people and away the 800,000 Ghana cedis. And you can also be part of it. Nenye skebebrezeegu ukutukum. 9 there, ebeda star 946 hash. Na a play, pick one cool chop. Na wasu edi sikenibi. But remember, from June 1st year, obe telecast draw or live on television. Into wasu ebochum na I should be. Betway bet influencer. Osi enkencho dende bet in one kwiti mendi eritwano. Enye obet no suno ana code no enya foforo so riche na enyo riche na 4% on their winnings. Betway get way more. Ridge Royal Hotel I say on the 15th of June or a Father's Day, so celebrate that in Grand Star. Ridge Royal Hotel one more the opportunity there once you ebe celebrate o papa dem be celebrate o mama celebrate o papa so sikekume bi and a wabejo or second Rich Cape Coast for 0312 003222. The mass is 0501672908. Ridge Royal Hotel, richly inviting, comfortably yours. All right, Nana, yeah, Yanko.
I'm saying that here for more. Every I say, the air can say, O Mampeni Mahama, yes, I did a baby, yes, sir. Decision in you how to take care day, and so. Omumi nyina ena mahochira nyina ya ba betunti omi nyina ya no nso ntwen ope said e da nyina ibedi no enyo nso omi nyina ye nsom na mekai menua no e wa bra se ebu kwa makase nyame boa ye nua no monkwala o mo ba betwere bi isi no edwa da no pa mempi honorable fellows kwachi ofusu obeche ma search ama about 3,000 students o mo twere exams across the constituency ni nyina
3,000 so and
say ye schools no.
Oh, okay, on those the number of
okay schools women at least government schools women and 90 I think 97 and see a better will be all contribute no na another provisions I yes be
all right
or more work or a deca beboa mo maba registration center oni nyina no e de near go apon so a ye be ye na omo me nyina ye moa na district no enye yi district ni yi a me nyina and this UNPP at the end of the year kan nyina no e Ghana ye nti ene ye nyina ya sole ya ba nti me obiala omo fla no omo attack obi ne besere me ya adwenkyere ye nyina ye nua no obi a kyere na adwen ye ya Ghana e be ye no
na ye
nyina ye de ye
memre
da teacher apia oso wotie memre da oso ne student ne na na ahen memre da ye sie no wa asebu monko boaye
medasi na atakra medasi angesam minto yanko
atoko amna masumenda ete fase menda afra fase na menda samituga
o brother Sam also on task crade Dr. Baumi Abahana misimen yawe
that our infant Jonah mincha samituga o owuso
okay
take Kastle FM pa atoko amna this year nyankopon aya this nkube ama Wednesday mo fam okocho BC no mebaka ho
oh ya dem
ya mechi be so nyene be kwa no first born am second born on the first born na be the pen you so ne third born nti me nyame ayade nyame yadum so wasi no baba no so me first born ka ho
oh okay
okocho nti this year da no atakwa sama atun papa na
first am na yanko
na me wesi enia no nkramofu back in sala in advance also ochina yeah, as one for Monday and catch and the president promising there.
I mean the holiday, my 2 days and you want to cry. All right, so my young wishy, ora, Mammy Wafa, Isaac Moses Brew, me wafa paying pa, and Edu Ubedi, Uncle Joe, Zaya kind of Yame in Shrubbery, na Yame into Unkum. Demre, was so wafa, old in the bed, when you're 90 years. waso nyinaa na benya 90 years nti me wofa olidi no bedi no so no wofa lidi no bedi nti nyame insro na wonso benyina na benya 90 years and over nti ankojo God bless you na nyame ntu kompa nyesika bebre na no nso no ayetoba walati ase insert ase wase toba nyame so all right ebusia ya desi nti nyame adom ochina ya bese na ehie bio na I don't know yes ya bese na ehia na yes another version of me man hodo yes abro antimi kebi wa aha na menyu besi have a wonderful good evening ya kra wonyina bye bye.
From the center of Ghana, from eastern part of the country, from the western part of the country, from the northern part of the country, room to room, house to house, shop to shop, stereo to stereo, office to office, car to car, beach to beach. It's all about Kastle FM 90.3 inside Cape Coast. Chimfo befia chimfo ye don kwano so ye gopo anoma bo opono man soneti ko eze kenten kosu ne dikase fubakar igwegwe akoto jonjoma yegwe ntano oha enya pemku ya pementumyen Kastle FM monobo tumyen Kastle FM apakor.
Feel the difference. We are finally here and blazing hot. We are here for you. Kastle FM 90.3.
Chimfo befia chimfo ye don kwano so ye gopo anoma bo opono man soneti ko eze kenten kosu ne dikase fubakar igwegwe akoto jonjoma yegwe ntano oha enya pemku ya pementumyen Kastle FM monobo tumyen Kastle FM apakor.